when he started at and where he is now, it's crazy.
Well, dude, at the end of the day, dude, that's what I was thinking about Paul.
Yeah.
But, dude, I go way back to where you're talking about Adam, you, like everybody, dude, to see it from beginning to fruition and where it's at, Anthony Austin Brown, like it's gotten, the talent in El Paso has never been better.
I have to agree. I think I've seen everybody, but you've pretty much seen everybody.
Yeah, because when I first got here, there was Jibs had just started.
What year was that?
2006.
Okay.
Jibs had just started. Jerry Carnes had just started. And there were a lot of cats that were in the scene that just faded out. And they just petered out. And then little by little, fucking Adam comes back in. Or not back in, but to start off.
Yeah.
And it's just like Sam Butler, Jerry started producing shows. And all of a sudden there was just shows everywhere. Yeah. And dude, that was the genesis of it actually blowing up. Because the truth is, before that, I mean, it was the comic strip or nothing. Oh, and there was 3 comics. That's it.
Really?
So I remember when I moved here, I was just like, dude, we used to be at Cincinnati Bar. And do you remember Cincinnati Bar?
Yeah, I remember Cincinnati. Yeah.
Remember it was all like skinny little bar, like a New York type bar.
Yeah.
And then you had a stage right here, and then there was 1 table in front of you, and 10 this way and 10 this way. So your whole set's like this. You know, it's like, yeah. You never look. I mean, dude, imagine looking at that 1 table the whole time. And dude, we used to get free Chinese food. There was some kind of Chinese restaurant that was there.
Yeah.
And as long as you were gonna perform, you got a plate, man. Chow mein, dude.
That's hilarious. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's funny.
So I'll take that now.
I remember people would go on stage.
Yeah.
Like people that were just broke college kids.
Yeah.
Like, I got a couple of jokes so you can get a free plate.
Hey, I can't knock that.
No, not at all. It's
Hell
a hustle,
yeah.
baby.
Comedy and chow mein, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. Man, it's crazy.
Comedy chow mein.
Comedy, that sounds like something.
Yeah, right.
It does sound like something, man.
Kimchi.
So what got you into like comedy, man? What you
Dude, when I was a little kid, one of my uncles there's this guy named Don Chema, Oscar Zamora. He has a puppet.
Yeah.
And all his jokes are really, really dirty. And I remember like my cousins would like make sure my uncle was asleep, and then they would go put the record on, and they would turn it all the way down because you'd be head right by the speaker so you can listen to these dick jokes.
Yeah.
I'm fucking 6, 7 years old, and I want to be cool like my cousins. I don't know what they're laughing at, but I'm laughing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, there's a guy. And at the time,
yeah,
it sounds like a conversation. I didn't even know that it was a puppet because it's on a record. It's not video.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that there's just 2 characters talking, and I'm just like, dude, this is so funny. And then one day I hear, oh, dude, he's coming to Laredo. And there's a poster. And I'm like, it's a puppet? And then when I started learning more about sex, I'm like, oh, that joke makes more sense now. And before you know it, I was like, dude, I need to fucking know more about this dick jokes thing. And I remember just like the older kids at school would say jokes, like, you know, any dumb joke, street jokes. And they had people around them making them laugh. I'm like, dude, I want to do that. I want to do that. So I would like learn from my cousins and come to school and like tell them dumbass jokes.
Yeah.
And Jesus was like, dude, way ahead of it. But the genesis of what I thought I was funny was in 4th grade, I was in Miss Postel's class, and she called me loquacious.
Loquacious?
Talkative. Not a black chick.
How was that what
I was like, what?
Loquacious means talkative.
Okay.
And I remember she called me loquacious, and she goes, you know, if you were my son, I'd feed you poison.
Damn.
And in 0.2 seconds, I replied, I was like, if you were my mother, I'd take it.
Wow.
Dude, the class erupts. I'm in 4th grade. I'm just like, I love this power. Okay, I'm the funny guy. It just switched. I'm the funny guy. I got to be the funny guy. Dude, Eddie Murphy Raw, I bought it on cassette. Remember the Columbia House?
Yeah.
When you would get like,
yeah.
Oh, dude, I had Eddie Murphy. I had Richard Pryor on my Walkman, listening. Everyone else is listening right now we're listening to 80s music. Yeah. Everyone else is jamming out to Devo. No, I'm listening to that. Norton, my friend, I'm gonna tell you what. Like, dude, doing all the impressions and stuff. I'm like, dude, this is it right here, dude.
Yeah.
It's funny. I heard it the other day, and how it would not be able to be the comedy special it was in 1983, 84, 2025. He says a lot of shit that is not politically correct anymore. Funny as fuck.
Yeah.
But dude, he would have gotten canceled like crazy ass. But I'm glad I grew up in that era, dude, and so did you guys. I'm sure that there's a lot of words that dude, he says faggot left and right, dude. Like if nothing. And I remember dude, it took us many, many years not to say that as much as dude, some people still say it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's coming back. It's making a comeback.
It's well, yeah. Like
I think he even apologized for that. He apologized.
Did
for
he?
Yeah, he apologized for the
Eddie
special.
Murphy?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm sorry I used that word. I'm like, man, you got to apologize. I was like, you ain't got to apologize.
well, and the truth is, dude,
For that time, it was what it was, you know?
that's it right there. That's a microcosm of what we were in the 80s. That's what we thought. I mean, dude, how many AIDS jokes did he have? It was like, dude, we don't even talk about AIDS anymore. Well, yesterday, Magic Johnson came out in the Final Four or something. I was like, hey, doesn't he still have AIDS? I'm like, no, not the rich people. They got rid of that.
Let's talk about fucking Mike Tyson getting fucked in the ass or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a lot of, and that's the one thing, like when I first started doing comedy, 99, 2000, a lot of the jokes were like, I got a gay cousin, and then go with your gay jokes.
Yeah.
My gay neighbor, and go with your gay jokes. And it's like, dude, that shit got played out quick.
Where'd you do your first set ever at?
Dude, so I'm in Laredo, and a buddy of mine, JJ Vasquez, thanks again, bro, opens up a bar. He goes, hey, one of the nights I want to do comedy, do you know any comedians? Yeah? He goes, well, I want to open up May, whatever. Dude, it's April. And I'm like, okay. Dude, the internet is not what it was, what it is now, dude. I'm like looking up stuff, and I'm like, okay, they have an open mic at this place called the River Center Comedy Club in San Antonio. I drove my happy ass 150 miles to San Antonio to an open mic. And I get there, and one of the first guys that goes on, from Laredo, Texas, Victor Speedy Gonzalez. I'm like, dude, I need to talk to that guy. He's from Laredo. And he goes on, and he destroys. And I didn't even sign up because I didn't even know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I talked to him, and he goes, dude, go up. Go, no, maybe next week. Next week I do go up. I didn't realize that I was doing it wrong. I had jokes, but this guy walks into a bar. No. Last night I was at a bar. Yeah. Put yourself in the joke. You're telling a story.
Yeah, it's different.
It's not this guy. And that's a lot of the Mexican jokes, a lot of the Mexican comics were throwing jokes, stories about this guy walks into a bar or whatever. This guy lived in a ranch. As opposed to like, oh, I remember when I was in a... Victor Speedy Gonzalez was the first guy that told me, he goes, put yourself in the joke. They're not going to believe you because you got to be in the joke. Put me there. And he became my mentor. And I go, hey, dude, I have a show in Laredo. You want to do it with me? Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, dude, you can open up for me. This guy's been doing it years. This would have been my first show. He goes, oh, really? Well, how much time are you doing it? I'm doing an hour. You don't have an hour. He goes, dude, aim for 7 minutes. I'll take care of the rest. Dude, I invited cousins and friends and family, and I remember they were all there. And I was like, dude, I'm only going to do 7 minutes, dude. This guy, who does he think he is, telling me I'm only doing 7? Dude, I went in there. I did great because it was friends and family, obviously. Yeah. And I think I punched out at minute 4.
What?
Damn.
Because that's all I had.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how long. Dude, it felt like I must have done 15. And I looked at my watch. 4:20. What, dude? And then Victor goes on there and destroys for 40 minutes. And I remember going, dude, it's gonna take a lot more work. This isn't this 4-minute thing. I need to jump it up, dude. I need to write more material. But the delusion of a lot of the dude, we have a bunch of open micers that come in, and the delusion, dude, after like 3 or 4 weeks of doing comedy, they're like, hey, when can I get booked on shows? I was like, you didn't get a laugh. and you want to get booked. But that's the thing. I mean,
Yeah.
and then that's another thing. They invite their friends and family. I was just in Laredo. There was an open mic at Saludos. Great open mic. Laredo Funny does a great job up there. And one of the guys had about 20 of his friends there.
Yeah.
And his first joke's like, yeah, it reminds me of that one time that Mikey got in an accident, remember? Dude, those are inside jokes. Only those 20 people are going to get that in.
Yeah.
And, dude, they're laughing, so he thinks he's killing. And he thinks he's... I'm like, dude, that's not really going to work in the long run.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, that's I guess how it started off. But, I mean, it's been a journey. We were just talking about how El Paso has grown. I mean...
Yeah. And speaking of, he said that, that same thing happened to dude in Albuquerque. When I was at the show, he brought all his people, like his girlfriend, friends, people from work.
Yep.
Then he bombed. Like, he bombed bad, bro. Like, he bombed so bad that after he got off, and we were all like, you know how after the show we all shake hands, and like, he didn't dap nobody up. His girlfriend got mad and just walked out, and he had to follow her.
Oh.
And that how bad it was. His girlfriend was like,
Who was this?
It was. I never seen him again. Like, he
just
only
some
did
dude?
comedy at one time,
Dude,
and he bombed in front of all his friends and his girlfriend's friends. And she stormed out. I think she was hyping him up, like, that's my man right there. Like, he's so funny and this and that. And then he was giving me advice. He didn't know who I was.
Oh, dude.
He was just like this. Yeah, you need to be. I've been doing it, and you need. I'm like, all right, man, you good. Yeah, you right.
How many times does an open micer come up and tell you, like, hey, dude, on that joke, you should try this? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it usually what happens when you're like away from the open mics that for a while,
They don't know
who
who you are.
so
Yep.
they just start going, yeah, I've been doing. Yeah, man, you need to on that one joke, and I'm like, all right, yeah, you need to work on that. And I'm like, all right. I don't say nothing. And then when they eat a dick up there, I just stare at them. Usually when people like are really like overly, there's nothing wrong with being confident, but when you're like so cocky, you look down at everybody, and then you eat a dick, I just stare at your fucking corneas. I just go like this.
This happened in Seattle when I first started. I was only a few weeks in, and at that point I had one joke that fucking worked, and that joke was working. And I was like, yes. And this fucking dude, I didn't know who he was. He came up to me and he was like, oh, you should try this, this, and that with your joke and do this like act out. And it was just kind of really corny what he was telling me. So I was like, all right. Then I saw him go up and fucking do this like weird, cringy act out and just eat a fucking dick. This is right after he told me all this shit with confidence, you know, like, yeah. And then he came down, didn't even look at me, he was just like, fucking bounce, bro.
You know, it's weird because I've had like a couple of, well, I'm trying to modest fucking humble brag here, but a couple of the guys that have been doing comedy for a while say that I'm their mentor. I've been doing it fucking 25 years. If I see something, hey, dude, try this, try that. I don't really try not to do it to somebody I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's an open mic guy, dude, that's great. I'm like, hey, man, I can't wait to hear your next set. Yeah, and it's funny how there's people that will, hey, bro, can you hear me, see what you think? And then, dude, they're super receptive. And then there's guys that are like, hey, dude, what'd you think? I go, dude, great. Any advice? Yeah, like that first joke should be your closer. Because it's so dirty and over the top that you set a precedence at the beginning, and none of your other jokes are like that. So everyone's expecting fucking a midget with two dicks. And then you're over here talking about your girlfriend doesn't, put the seat down or whatever the fuck. And it doesn't, dude, hype it all the way up to here. Cool, got you. Next 3 times I see him, it's in the front again. It's because, bro, I got to get him with the, no, it's cool. Do you.
Yeah.
But do you notice that you don't get a laugh after that? Because you didn't, you already set the bar so high with, like I said, a fucking midget, 2 dicks, that they're expecting crazier shit after that, and you're talking mundane shit about relationships. Just throwing it out there.
You've given me a few tags that I still use, and they fucking hit, and they work.
And see, sometimes when you're writing your own jokes, because that's what we do, right? Right?
Sure.
When you're writing your jokes, you're like, dude, they become like your baby, and it's like, dude, I love this joke so much. And, dude, you're in the middle of the eye of the fucking storm, and this is the way the joke goes. And then somebody, dude, I'm going to give Irma Fernandez? Shit, what the fuck? Why did I drop her last name?
What are you talking about?
Irma.
Oh,
Irma.
from San Antonio?
Yeah.
The teachers got bad.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
So Irma, I've been doing this joke for a while, dude, and I fucking never let it go because I fucking love this joke about dating a girl who's cross-eyed.
Oh yeah, I remember the joke.
And it's a joke that I throw out there. It's like, dude, and after like so many years of doing it, Irma comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, you should say you broke up with her because she was seeing other people." And I was like so mad at myself for not coming up with it.
Yeah.
And then my friends for not giving me that tag for 10 years. Dude, I've been doing this in front of you and you all didn't tell me? And like she came out, but that's the beauty of a joke is that it's your baby, but if somebody wants to give it a gift, you're not going to say no. You know what I'm saying?
no,
A good
nice.
tag, some of the best tags I've ever had was because I was so into my own joke that I didn't see it from the outside.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden somebody gives you this perspective and it's like, oh, damn, hell yeah, that's the way it goes. Dude, the first time I ever did the joke, I say that my mother's in the crowd. Hey, can you help me welcome my mom? People clap, nice and easy.
Yeah.
Fucking little applause break there or whatever for no reason. And then I say, the first 2 times I did this joke, it's like, apparently I look a lot like my mom. I figured out that she must have been on top that night. So right away, exactly the way you both reacted, it was cringe. A lot of people were going, ooh, hey, bro, that's your mom. So now the joke goes, I'm not the cringy one. I have to do it this way. So I introduced my mom to the other comics. Hey, Mom, Steve, this is Otis, this is Bart owns the club. And I was like, dude, my mom, all these guys kept telling me, you and your mom look alike. You and your mom resemble each other.
Yeah.
And she goes, I know. I was on top that night. Now she's the one saying that. So now I'm not disparaging my mom and I'm not saying anything bad. She's the one saying it about herself in the joke. And it took the cochino-ness to her, which made it even funnier because that's your mom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
And it took somebody else to tell me, hey, don't say that shit about your mom. That your mom say that about herself. Genius. But because I was so into that joke, because I'm like in it.
Right.
Somebody else, you know.
You need an outside viewpoint.
Yeah.
And then listening to yourself. Do you all record yourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially he does. He records everything.
I record them all.
And then you see it and you're just like, dude, what if I pause here? What if I... Stuff like that.
Yeah, a simple tag can change a joke.
Yeah.
Change it to it's like just like even a simple word,
A pause, a fucking,
yeah,
you know,
gesture,
something.
anything.
I was with Jibs. Sorry, Jabron. I was with Jibs the other day, and he was opening at the comic strip, and there was a joke, and he comes up and goes, "What do you think? Dude, you killed." One joke. Pause a little bit. Second show, he paused. Way different response. He goes, "Thanks, man." Because you're saying it, and you don't I go, dude, when you're saying a joke, and I mean, anybody who's watching this mostly is going to be probably comics. But if anybody is not a comic, you know that the crowd's there, and you're supposed to bring them on a little show with you. Like, show me what you're talking about. Like, hey, dude, so the other day I went to church. Now I'm already imagining a church.
Yeah.
And I'm walking in, and you do a little act out where you're going into the pew, and you do a little act. Now I could see you actually shimmying down, you know.
Yeah.
Take me to what you're talking about. Do the little act outs. Do the little, I want to visualize what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of people just say, oh, the other day I was at church and this big fat lady comes, no, do the little thing where you have to get out of the way and you open your legs so whatever.
Yeah,
if you're doing, a lot of people don't sell their joke. And dude, it's got to be a brilliant Stephen Wright kind of joke. Mitch Hedberg, for you to visualize it without actually him doing any of the act out.
Well, I think it's all also on the delivery.
Yeah, because even Stephen Wright and shit, that's how they sold their jokes, was like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because you know some cats, I know what you're saying, but some comics, they can deliver a joke and just they stand like a statue.
Yeah.
They don't even move. They just kind of
Yeah.
like, and I know some comics do that and they still can. So it all depends on, I guess, the individual, who you are. But I see what you're trying to
Yeah.
say.
Do you know Toby Hicks?
Yeah.
So he puts the microphone and dude, he goes and he puts kind of like at a side, like it's right here. And he's talking into it and he rarely looks to this side of the stage. And he's saying some brilliant jokes.
Yeah.
doesn't act or anything. And he's pretty much cutting off this side. Every once in a while, he'll look over his shoulder. But he comes back. And I asked him, I go, dude, he goes, I don't know, one day it worked, and I just kept doing it. He goes, I used to do the jumpy up and down energy thing.
Yeah.
I did this, and all of a sudden it was like more pensive, more wow, you know?
Yeah.
And dude, I had all of them. I gotta listen to what he's gonna say next, because it's gonna be brilliant. You know?
Yeah.
I have to think as opposed to, dude, he's gonna spoon feed. Dude, I do a lot of spoon feeding. I have to. I mean, none of my shit's brilliant.
Whatever, man. But I notice sometimes on stage you kind of have to. I can only speak for myself, I guess, but you have to kind of find yourself. Yeah. You feel me? Like you find your voice and what works for you.
Yeah.
Like you said, like maybe you don't act out, maybe a simple thing, maybe this, and you gradually go, and then you finally, how you say it? They say you find your voice.
You find your voice.
Yeah. Every comic find. But the point where I think it's better when you get imitated. When people imitate you, that's when you know you're kind of getting up there. That's just my opinion.
Well, now here's one thing. Since this is an El Paso. It's going on the internet. It goes anywhere, as far as podcast goes. But since it's El Paso specific, as far as people, most of the people that can listen to it, and it just took 30 seconds to explain something stupid. How many of the comics in town do you think sound like each other? I don't think anybody does.
Not really.
I think everybody has their own lane, if that makes sense.
Sort of, because there's a bunch of people who, you know, they're copying their idols, and you can see that.
Okay,
real quick.
that
Yeah,
I could see that.
I did that myself. Yeah.
But as far as them sounding like each other in town, because I'm not gonna say cities or anything. I'm not gonna disparage anybody, but you go to a little scene and it's like the Mad Bill Burr type. All of a sudden, there's like 5 of the same dudes. Yeah. I was like, oh damn, dude, the scene is this.
Yeah, I we talked about that. I ain't gonna go into it, but particular cities, you go like, okay, I see what this.
But like in El Paso, I really don't. You go to an open mic and let's just say there's 10 comics, 12 comics, you're gonna hear 12 different voices.
For the most part, yeah.
I see that.
The only thing I say that's similar is like sometimes certain references. Like I noticed, like, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to like maybe like crowd work or some shit like that, they'll take whatever the comic did and go, okay, not specifically take it, but they go, okay, he did this, so I'll just throw my little spice on that shit.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, something different.
Well, we were just talking about this as a whole. I know 3 different comics that use the whole El Paso is this percent, 80% Hispanic.
Oh my
and
God.
20%.
How do I know who you're talking about?
No, no. You say.
We talk about him every episode.
Wait. But you say that.
Yeah.
But I know 3 to 4 different comics that do that all around the state.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So I don't know who heard it from who or whatever. Or maybe they all have the same idea. Or what, it doesn't matter. But the whole idea is at least 2 of the guys make it their own, if that makes sense. Because it's almost a walked upon premise. Everybody's, well, not everybody, but I know, like I said, 4 people that are using it. Yeah. And then you have something like, okay, so the other day, Remain Nameless tells me, hey, I have a new marketing thing for a shirt. I go, that's so and so's joke. Oh damn, he does that? I go, you've never done this joke and you want to fucking throw a T-shirt. And this guy's, that's one of his main staples. He goes, dude, it must have, and I almost believe him. It must have slipped my mind. I never even thought of that.
But you know, it happens because when you hear a joke so many times, you accidentally might take it and you don't realize you're doing it.
Yeah.
I did that with the whole, what do you call it?
Your whole set? No.
No, not that. It was because my boy Nico came up to me and was like, we talked about, what's that strip club? Bucks. And I was like, all the buffet.
Oh, yeah.
And the crabs are free. And then he was like, that's mine. I was like, I don't remember him saying it. But I guess maybe he said it and I took it maybe by accident, or we just thought the same shit.
Yeah,
that's an easy premise to go with.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
if you put 5 comics in 5 different rooms and talk about Bucks Cabaret and that they actually have a buffet, 3 of them are going to talk about the crabs. It's going to happen.
Yeah, that's one of those things I was like, but I didn't realize that, you know what I'm saying? So I realized, I was like, oh man, but sometimes you might do it not knowing that you're doing it. Because you hear it so much at open mic. You're sitting there like this. Yeah. Like this, some of the comics you can already know they're set. I listen to pretty much everybody when I
Yeah.
open mic, so I just go like this. He's gonna say this, he's gonna go that.
Well, yeah.
Well,
So-
when they're working on it. But I know when you were like, you have a new joke and then you go into your set again.
Yeah.
So it's just practice.
Sometimes premises are real easy to grab. We're all comics, so it's like, all right, we know you're gonna go for the crabs.
Yeah, of course.
It's easy.
We did this one time, messing around with. I'm gonna use my mentor Victor Speedy Gonzalez. It was his birthday.
Yeah.
We're at a place called the Afterburner. This was hell gig in San Antonio, and it was paid.
Yeah.
But it was a hell gig, and you took it anyway because it was right by the Air Force Base, and it was packed. And you're starting off, and it's like, hey, dude, someone's willing to pay me to come. I'll take it, dude. They're talking, they're not really paying attention. They're fucking yelling shit. And I remember it was Victor's birthday, and there was like 6 comics, and he was for whatever that day he was a headliner.
Yeah.
And we know his set, so it's like, hey, I remember I was the first one up. Somehow or another, we talked about it over here, like, hey, dude, do one of his bits. So I go up there, and I end on one of his bits. I get off, he goes, what the fuck? I goes, oh, dude, it's your birthday, an homage. Second guy goes on, does the same thing. After the third, he goes, fuck you all. What am I going to do? I go on stage, you already did. Dude, he goes on stage and he goes, these assholes did some of my jokes. I'm going to do them the way it's supposed to be done. And kills.
Wow.
Because they're hearing it the second time, but he fucking took, like, hey, you know what, dude? He wasn't scared of me. He was like, I got this.
Yeah.
And he went on there and he fucking vibed. He goes, oh, and Ponchi, you're supposed to pause here and say this here.
Wow.
Dude, it
Sick.
was amazing.
That is.
But as far as, like, the same joke, like, I just think that, yeah, you're right. I mean, some of the low-hanging fruit, the whole crab thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you put your own twist on it, man, I love when I hear something that I know. As a comic, how many times you hear somebody on stage and you're just like, oh, I know where he's going to go. And then all of a sudden, wham! Dave Attell fucking 90-degree turn. I was not expecting that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's awesome when you hear the low-hanging fruit joke and then somebody just turns it into, what? I had no idea that you could have done that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, that's
right.
really good. That's
Oh yeah. Gotta
Yeah.
say, I do love that. I want to say one thing. I want to give you your flowers, though.
Uh-oh.
I think honestly, I view you as the godfather of El Paso comedy, man.
I'm glad you didn't say grand.
No. No. I want to give you flowers because I know you're one
Thanks,
of the
man.
first guys that gave me a lot of praise and a lot of encouragement when I first started.
You know what, dude? When I first got here, I mean, even San Antonio, Cletro Rodriguez, Miguel Anguiano, a lot of these guys, Freddie Hernandez, these guys, one thing that nobody will ever teach you in comedy isn't even about being funny, it's about being a good hang. Dude, I know a lot of guys that are mediocre comics that are good hangs that are getting booked. I know a lot of guys that are great comics that are shit hangs and are not getting booked. But you cannot teach being a good hang. You're just a good person. You're a fun person to be around.
Yeah.
Good hang. I like the idea that a high tide raises all boats. We are our own little ship. If El Paso comedy is doing good, we all eat. We all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The whole idea that when I was coming up, I noticed that these guys were giving me breaks and giving me shots at stuff that I might have not even deserved at the time. And dude, I was forever grateful, and I was the only way to really appreciate it is to actually pay it forward. Like if I have my candle, and if I want to light you all's candle, it doesn't diminish my flame. It doesn't diminish my light. Light the candle, keep the love and keep the positivity going.
Yeah.
And seriously, dude, I've seen both of y'all do this to some of the new guys. And dude, nothing makes me happier than when someone comes up to you and asks you, hey, dude, you see my set? What'd you think? And you're giving advice. I'm like, that's it. It keeps going.
Yeah.
It keeps going. Because
Right.
I didn't, and I appreciate what you said. Thanks for the kind words, but it didn't start with me. It started before me. I'm only a conduit going forward, and so are you. So I mean, that's what I'm saying.
No, but honestly, man, you've been that fixture, and like honestly, like when you come in a room, it kind of you kind of changed the dynamic.
Damn, I
dog.
love that.
You've always been that way since I've known you.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, I can see that.
And he's never forgiven me for running the light. To the day that show he did,
I think it's so funny though.
and he ran up, I felt so bad about it because I didn't know I was.
Can I say the story?
You might as well say the story, but I felt so bad about the shit, bro.
I actually didn't feel bad about it. I was okay with it.
Nah. You said you didn't want, but I felt so bad. He was like, nah. I was like,
So Julian was producing his first show, and it was at a cool little spot, man. I do remember that.
Remember it.
And dude, I tried to promote it, but dude, it was I don't remember what it was. It was a football season. I don't remember, but I just remember like, dude, I'm 54. At the time, I might have been 52, 50. And a lot of my friends are married, kids, kids playing the band or football players, cheerleaders, whatever.
Yeah.
It was a Friday night, and there was no way that I was going to get anybody my age to come see me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I look at the crowd, and it's all Julian's friends. Otis has a couple people in there. I don't remember who else was on the show, but it was a bunch of 20-year-olds. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm the headliner, not a big deal. I'm fucking badass, this. And Julian, being a great dude that he is, just was letting everybody and their mom go on stage, which is cool, dude. I mean, it's his first. He didn't want to be a dick to anybody. Yeah, guest spot. He was asking the front row if they wanted a guest spot. And dude, the show's going great. A little long, and I'm chilling in the back. Nobody here. I have not sold one ticket. I'll be the first to admit that. Otis is my feature. Otis goes on, supposed to do 20 minutes. And he destroyed. I'm talking about everybody else had done good. No, he flipped this thing upside down, dude. And it's just like, dude, he fucking, dude, I was like, dude, that's it right there. And he keeps going. And I was like, I was already up, walking around like, I'm next. Dude, I can't wait to write this wave. 30 minutes. 35 minutes. I told Julian, hey, do me a favor, bro. End it with that. This guy's killing. No matter what he does, this is the pinnacle of this show. And dude, I go, dude, he asked me, are you good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm great. I didn't sell you one ticket. Nobody's here to see me. It's awesome. And I go and you get fucking game mode. I'm ready. I'm next. All of a sudden, I turn it off, dude. Fucking grab a beer, hanging out. Julian goes on there, goes, hey, people are getting their fucking purses and putting on their jackets and, hey, but we still have our headliner. I'm like, we agreed that I wasn't going to go back on. And I was like, you know what, dude, I'm just going to do fucking 7 minutes of fury. And that's what I did. I fucking threw like 4 jokes. They fucking got laughs. And you could tell they were tired, whatever, dude, but it was badass, whatever. I didn't feel like I did anything wrong. I don't think Julian did anything wrong. I honestly, I understand what you did. When you're on fire like that, you don't want to get off, and you don't even do. It's almost a time warp. You don't even know that you're fucking doing the time. And I remember you came like, hey man, I'm sorry. I go, no, we're good. No, but I won't fuck with you about it. What is it, about 4 years now? 5 years?
4 or 5 years ago. And I didn't see the light. That's one thing.
What'd you tell him?
Oh, it's all good. I remember this happened, and I seriously was not mad. I remember telling him, hey, fucker, you've been doing this way too long to not know what 20 minutes are. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to go 5 minutes over, 10 minutes over.
Dude, I didn't.
And I know you always told me, dude, I'm sorry. I love that I have that on you, if that makes sense.
Dude, and every time he's in the crowd, and I'll be like, I have a tendency to run the light. I heard somebody laughing, and it was him. It's always him. That time I thought it was Benny.
Yes.
And I went off on it was him laughing.
Yep.
I thought it was Benny laughing, like, shut the fuck up, Benny.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. And Benny's like, no, it was Ponchi. I was like, yeah, it was fucking.
Dude,
You get lit a bunch? How many times did you get lit?
I don't remember.
No?
I really don't. I was like talking, and then Julian's like, I lit you like 2 or 3 times. I was like, for real?
But you were on fire. The thing is that if y'all know Otis has 2 modes. Otis is funny Otis, and then all of a sudden he turns to mad Otis, which is still funny, but he's like pontificating. And another thing. And another. I mean, this guy should run for mayor and shit kind of thing, dude. Goldie Wilson. It has a nice ring to it. Dude, you were fucking on fire. You were setting the world ablaze, and then you were putting people on truth, talking about relationships and shit. Bam, bam. And you were not. And the thing was that you were in the zone. That's why I was like, nah, I'm not even upset. I know, because I felt that before. I've never ran the light, but I have felt that before. I know, like, every once in a while when they give you the light and you're, like, in the middle of a fucking thing, and I'm like, dude, I wanted to do one more thing.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think a lot of people, it's a rarefied air what we do. Because if you really look at the whole fucking country and how many people call themselves comics, that actually, let's just fucking half it. How many people actually get booked, paid to do comedy? There's not that many of us compared to the fucking general.
Yeah.
There's way more plumbers. There's way more mechanics. What I'm getting at is not that many people are going to understand how our brains work as far as this. Fuck the writing of the jokes. When you're on stage, you're saying a joke. You're performing a joke. Thinking of the next one. Thinking of the last one. Like, shit, I should have done this. I could have done this. While you're performing the current joke. And then you're thinking of the next one, like, okay, this one, make sure you don't forget that. And then, dude, I wish I had another beer up here. What are we going to do afterwards? Hey, Iggy had a really good set in front of me. You know, Dude, our mind, I have layers. And I catch myself like, hey, fucker, wake up. You're in the middle of a joke. Like, I'm going through the motions. Like, no, I need to be right here present. And you don't even fucking... And I've talked to other people about it, and it's like, yeah, dude, you're right. Dude, I'm still thinking about the fucking first joke, how I could have said it better. Okay, where am I going from this? In the middle of a joke. Yeah. Dude, do you understand that it takes a fucking... Yeah. It takes some fucking mental fucking craziness to fucking be able to fucking have all those things in tune. And you can almost see it as a comic when someone's on stage doing it. Yeah. I don't think the crowd sees it. No. You're like, that fucker's thinking about his past joke. I see it. He's thinking like, oh, fuck, I could have said it like this. Yeah.
It's definitely a performance thing, because I used to do this with music, too. It's always like, I only have like 3 layers, usually. It's what I'm performing at the time, what's coming next.
Okay.
And watching people. Because that third one, I'm just like looking to see who's doing what.
Yeah.
And then it's
I'll give you that.
This person's into it. Let's go fuck with them. Like,
got a question, just because it came up to one of my friends earlier. Yeah. Have you ever performed in front of one of your exes? On a date. Like, she's there on a date.
I did it once.
And?
But because it was awkward because I don't think she knew I was going to be there.
Oh.
So I just popped up. Uh-huh. And then when I got off, I was like, and she didn't say anything to me. Her man did. Because he didn't know that we were together.
Exactly.
So he was like, man, you're fucking funny. And she just like this. They're tugging him. Let's go. And she just walks off and stuff. It was kind of...
Yeah.
I didn't know she was in the crowd. Even then, it wouldn't even affect me.
I did a joke about a girl that I hooked up with.
And she was in the crowd.
And she happened to be there. Yeah.
Did she do that was me kind of thing?
No, but I did perform it right to her because I was like, oh, this bitch is here. So I just fucking looked at her right when I was fucking doing it. And
nice.
I don't know if she caught on to it because the whole joke was something that happened between us. So it was interesting.
You think she was like oblivious to it?
Maybe either that or she just didn't, maybe she knows how to act. But so
did she laugh though?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. At least you made her laugh at the shit that they went through. That's a plus.
Do y'all look at people's eyes?
I have a tendency to do that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's depending on where you're performing. You don't?
There's this weird line that I have no matter what stage I'm at, and that's where I'm staring. And I've never really caught eyes with anybody unless I'm fucking talking to them. But for the majority, it's right here. And I remember Jay Moore saying, fuck all 4 corners of the room.
Yeah.
I will fucking look at that corner over there and like acknowledge right here in the front. I'll start a joke talking over there, end up over here. Have you ever seen John Stringer?
Yeah, I've seen him.
He was the one that was telling me about Chris Rock, the way he fucking prances like a little cat, like a tiger. He goes from one side of the stage looking this way.
He didn't bring the pain.
And then he comes back looking this way, and then the walk gets smaller. Punchline right in the middle. He's walking this way, looking at the crowd on that side. Then he starts walking this way, looking at the crowd on this side. And while he's setting up the punchline, he's like a snake, dude. Wham! Right in the middle. You gotta see it. It is a thing of beauty.
I watch all the specials, but
Dude,
I never really noticed that.
Notice that, and if you ever see John Stringer again, he'll be on one side of the stage looking at the people on that side. So, yeah, I'm giving you all attention because I'm on this side, but I'm looking at you guys over there. And he'll start walking that way, and his head starts coming back this way. And it's like, dude, everybody gets to see me. Everybody gets to feel that they're part of it. A lot of people are scared to be in the front row.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still fucking making you important. I'm seeing you guys. I see you back there. I know you're back there, and the waitress hasn't gone to you. She'll get to you, I promise.
That's crazy.
Dude.
Ralphie May talks about this.
Dude.
He talks about like delivering setup, punch.
Punchline. Yep.
Setup,
Yep.
punch.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I next time y'all see me, I've been trying to do that.
Yeah.
But somehow or another, I get locked in when I do that little fucking pose where I get down on my like fucking little crouch.
Yeah.
I try to be in the middle, and I'll catch myself. I'm like, why am I way over here? But there is a science to it.
Yeah.
And it's weird because, I mean, there's a science to it, but I think it's an art. It's like, that's why I don't like those competitions, dude. I really fucking hate competitions. It's an art form. You can't tell me that Monet's better than Degas, is better than Van Gogh.
It is. Everybody has a different style too,
Art's
man.
so subjective, you know?
That's what it is. Because if you put, a redneck comic in Arkansas and he fucking kills it, and all of a sudden you bring, yeah, he's going to get laughs here, but I mean, fish out of water thing, but you put a Latino that kills here in Arkansas, it might not work.
Yeah.
It's subjective. What do you, I mean, I could talk about San Marcos Colchas and my mom's fucking chicharrones, but they're not going to get the fucking relevance and the meaning of what it, you know what I'm saying? And so the whole idea of when there's competitions, it's like, dude, everyone brings their friends and they're going to cheer. Dude, I've hosted competitions, and the first thing I say is like, dude, just because they're your friends, laugh louder if you want. But don't not laugh at the other guys because they're funny too.
Yeah, you remember you said.
Yeah, it was like, dude, just try to be, I mean, yeah, cheer as much as you want for your boy or your girl. But just understand that it's not going to have, because it happens.
I've been in plenty of competitions. And I've seen it myself.
And I was in one competition, and I swear to God, me and my stupid head think that I should have won, and it really hurt me because I really thought I should. Maybe I didn't deserve to win, but in my head, I thought I won, and it hurt me so bad. I don't want to subjugate myself to that again. Why would I do that to myself? And I know that you've been in that situation because you've gotten second place a couple of times, like more than a couple, and it was like,
Yeah.
I was in the crowd. But dude, it's a popularity contest. It's not by the art. It's the other thing I don't like is those roast battles, dude.
What did you like about it? Yeah.
I went to one recently. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you, like I said earlier, we live in a little bit of a rarefied air. The whole idea that what happens in the green room, the way we talk shit to each other, that shit shouldn't be for the public, bro. I think that,
so?
and I'm gonna give you a reason. I'm gonna give you two reasons. For example, one of the female comics, you're roasting her, and you're saying how much she's a whore and she loves giving head. And at the end of the fucking roast battle, win, lose, whatever the fuck, she goes to the bar. One of the dudes in the crowd's gonna be like, "So you like giving head, huh? How about big dick? Come suck it." Motherfucker, no. This is on stage. You don't get to talk to me that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or one of our good friends, I remember it was his birthday, and I roasted him, and I said something fucked up about him being homeless or some shit, you know, living with his girlfriend or whatever. Dude, I disparaged this motherfucker saying that he was homeless and that he doesn't have a job. And next time he posts a fucking poster that he has a comedy show coming up, how much credence are people going to give him? Oh, that's a homeless dude. That's a guy that doesn't have anything going for him. Why am I going to go buy tickets to go see him? He ain't successful. We're throwing some of the dirt that should be here to the public. That's what I believe. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There's one where it's all about appearance.
Yeah.
I like those. I don't mind those. We're gonna fuck with each other like, oh, you look like. I'm okay with that. But when you start getting personal about like, oh, dude, you're like twice divorced, it's because you got a small dick. All of a sudden, like, girl in the crowd that might actually want to fuck you, be like, maybe he does have a small dick. Fuck him. You know, I ain't gonna fuck him. Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
There's some people that won't understand that it's just a roast battle. They might take it, like the whole idea of calling a girl a whore or a bitch or whatever, she's easy. Too easy.
Yeah.
And the crowd is going to see her like that, not respect her anymore. Same thing with the guy. You say, whatever the fuck. A chick tells you you have a small dick. Yeah, talk to your ex-girlfriend. You don't know how to eat pussy. Dude, it might actually affect your fucking dating career. Like, because we know we're fucking around.
Yeah.
But we're really good about making a joke. No, that really happened. When we say a joke, like, hey, guys, no joke. So the other day I was at Walmart. They believe it. And then there's some truths in there. And some real hurtful shit too, dude. I heard one of the fucking funniest things, and I'm not going to say names, like back and forth. And it really affected this guy. They said, what's the difference between blank comic and those little crosses you see on the highway? You're just a road feature.
Damn. But well,
Dude, that really burned his ass, and I swear to God, it really fucking affected him.
All right, it's a double-edged sword because I went to a roast battle and I just went off the guy's Facebook pictures. Mm-hmm. Curtis is cool, man. And he's a chubby fat white dude, and he had a picture of him at the gym. So I was like, I can use this. But I just So I just said basically, I said, I saw Curtis at the gym. I saw a picture of Curtis at the gym, and then there's a picture of my father. And there's two things we don't believe. And everybody started cracking up and laughing. But I didn't go in depth. I think the one I ain't gonna say his name, but there was one because Adam told me he quit comedy after the roast battle.
Oh, I believe in that shit.
I think you know who you're talking about. The point, one of the comics, unfortunately, I think his girlfriend or wife had cancer, and he goes, my wife has stage 3 cancer. Mm-hmm. Still, she's been on more stages than this comic right here. I was like, damn. And he had no rebuttal. He just sit there like, and he went back to his profession after that.
Dude, there was.
Did he get big laughs?
Yes. It's online, bruh.
It's fucking funny though.
There was something with Patrick Candelaria also. I can't remember. But Patrick fucking loved it. It was the only stage he couldn't crush was stage 4 cancer.
Oh.
Dude, great fucking, and he loved it. He actually fucking thought it was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
And see, that's another thing, like, weird that we lost Patrick Candelaria, we lost Freddie Soto. Like, what was the name of the firefighter?
Well,
Ivan,
and you look at Israel, everybody.
Dude, Israel. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
It's weird. We lost some of the funniest guys. I mean, honestly, that lineup would have been fire, dude.
Yeah.
And you look back, it's like, hey, dude, we still get to do this. I mean, dude, you have another show coming up. You got shows coming up. I got shows coming up. It's like we still get to do this. And I think of the first comic I ever lost was Miguel Lorenzo out of San Antonio. This guy, he had this dumb fucking throwaway joke at the end of his fucking set. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep doing it. Kind of keep him alive kind of thing, keep his memory alive. And I stopped doing it, but I'm going to bring it back. I was like, hey, dude, it's a throwaway joke. At the end, he would say this. It's the end of the show, dude. I'm just going to give you a joke so you can fucking tell your friends at work. But don't fuck it up because I already know you fuckers.
Yeah.
So these two firefighters are butt fucking in a smoke-filled room. The fire chief walks in. What the fuck is this? He goes, it's because he had smoke inhalation. He goes, you're supposed to give him mouth to mouth. He goes, how do you think this shit got started?
Oh my god.
Dumb joke, but that was his throwaway giveaway joke.
Yeah.
And I remember doing it a couple of times, and somebody said, hey, bro, it's not cool as his joke. I go, no, dude. I would say it. Hey, one of my good friends just passed away, and this is his giveaway joke, and I just want to honor him because of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the other day, somebody did something that was Israel Garcia's. With no, hey, my buddy's famous joke or whatever the fuck.
Not paying homage to him.
Yeah, and that dude, it irked me.
No, it would fuck with me too, to be honest with you, if I saw that. And I'd pay homage to the guy.
Yeah, because I mean, it was one of those things. But I mean, dude, we're not long for this life, all of us, dude. At the end of the day, dude, it's like, hey, dude.
You got to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You really do, I think.
I don't know why I brought it back down to fucking death and shit, man.
We're just being real with it. I mean, we're being real with it. I mean, because honestly, I think a lot of the comics that, like I say, I'm trying to get all, but he's a big part of, I know, my life and the way I,
Oh,
the
dude.
advice, everything he gave me was just like, and it's one of those guys that.
You said it earlier, and I didn't mean to cut you there,
No,
but
you're good.
the way you said that little thing about that I changed the energy in the room,
Yeah.
Israel.
No, Israel was like that too.
It's a dude. I don't remember shaking Israel's hand because everything was always a hug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he wouldn't give bullshit hugs. It fucking and he dude, the energy that he had, the big smiles, contagious as fuck. You could be in a bad mood because you were in traffic getting to the comic strip, and then you get there and this fucking hey, you're like, fuck yeah, dude. This is why.
Never negative, dude. Even if you had a bad set.
Nah, bro.
He would never give you.
No, bro.
He wouldn't say you had a good set.
You had a badass set, bro.
But he wouldn't say. He'd just be like this. Just keep doing it, bro. Keep doing it. Da da da. But he never was like, man, you just running the traffic, bro.
Stay positive.
Yeah, he always had that. Him and like Ralph.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Guys like that. When I came in, those are the guys that.
Pinche Rafa, way has a lot of positivity too, dude.
Those are the guys I met. One of my first open mic, my second one. I walked in the room and those guys were there, and I ate a dick.
And that was how long ago?
That was 10 years ago, I think. It was at the Maki Sushi place.
Oh shit!
That's how like that shit don't even exist anymore.
They had a mic at a sushi place?
Yeah, well,
they had an old separate room on the side.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was awesome, bro. Dude, it was lit, dude.
Ate a dick. Ate some sushi. You get like.
There's no way that you ate a dick in that place.
No, I didn't. Because Ralph and Israel were there, and they were like this. I was like, man, I fucking ate a dick. He's like this. Well, the sushi rolls are good. And I was like this. All right, then. All right. Yeah.
Hey, but you kept coming.
Yeah, I kept coming, bro.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, we talked about the story, but I wanted, since you're here, we talked about you on the podcast plenty of times. It was the one when I went to South Padre. And this one thing about Ponchi that I love. When Ponchi vouches for you, you want to make him look good. You feel me? When he goes like this, he got it. He got the time. He can do it. That's oldest. That's my guy.
Oh, I know.
So when I went to the South Padre, we did the queue, the build your place.
Yeah.
We didn't have a host, mind you. None of the local
yeah, I heard about this.
It was just Benny, Sharita, and me. I did my 40-something. Sharita did 28, maybe 30. Benny only had like 10, maybe less than that. We were supposed to go like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I forgot how it was.
Apparently, he didn't want it 2 hours. I don't know how or what.
But he wanted an hour and 30. Something like it was over an hour.
To me, a show's an hour and a half.
But he wanted at least an hour and a half or maybe more. And I remember I was short. I was like, we stopped, and I guess the manager called up Raymond. Like, hey, these guys stopped early. And Raymond called me. Hey, you guys done? I'm like, well, yeah, we're done. He's like, no. You gotta finish the time. I'm like, this for real? He's like, yeah, so I don't know what you guys gotta do. Just go back up there. I was like, crap. So I told Benny, I told Street, we got to go back up there. So we went back up there, started doing our thing, and the local comics were like, oh, we didn't know. We would have jumped on with you guys. And I was like, yeah, you guys could have helped out with the time. So I come back to El Paso, right? And I'm at Scenics, and he goes up with his Heineken in his hand. He's like, so I heard, he said you had 45, right? I was like, yeah. That's not what I heard. I was like, no, you gotta understand. I'm over here vouching for you, man.
So Raymond made it sound like you all did 45 in total.
Oh, okay.
So when I heard that, like, I don't sound right. And he goes, no, I made him go back up. I'm like, well, yeah, cool, badass. And then the next day, I guess that's when you were at the beach.
Yeah.
Happy as fuck.
Yeah.
So I called him. I go, hey, how'd you do? Great. I go, well, apparently that was the same show he did yesterday. Where's the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but the thing is, because, Raymond was, nice enough to like he hosted off top. He did like about 10.
If you had like a local guy doing, that would have.
Two of them showed up, but we
Yeah.
already kind of. They didn't know they could, I guess, be on there. Or didn't.
Well, they
called-
could've- yeah.
They have a comedy page there,
Yeah.
South Padre, where nobody was like, "Hey, we need somebody to host." So they just sat there, and I was like, "Man," and I knew some of the guys. And I was like, "Dog, you guys, we didn't know what to ask." I'm like, "Dude, just jump on."
But see, the whole idea of being a dick to you about it is I love how. Like yesterday, I told you a story about one of the local comics got lambasted online, and my first
Oh my God.
my first fucking text to him was like, "Hey, bro, what room you at? I know you're at Del Sol from that ass kicking you just took online." That's the shit. As comics, dude, I almost have to fucking put the brakes on with people that are not comics.
Yeah.
Because the shit we tell each other is deeper, cuttier. No, dude, I have friends of mine like, "Hey, fucker, I'm not one of your comic friends, bro. Chill." Like, yeah, because I have fucking said some fucking mean shit. But we all do that shit to each other. And we don't even realize how bad it is. Yeah. Because like we all have thin skins, dude. I don't care what anybody says.
You know what's funny about that particular situation he's talking about? Yeah. He's my boy, but it seemed like an angry Karen complained to the manager.
Yeah.
When I went, the clothes were on the floor before I got there. And I'm not going to sit there and pay full price for clothes that are on the floor. That's what it seemed like to me. I'm like this. And I'm going to corporate.
Dude.
That's what it seemed like to me.
It was fucked up.
It
was fucked up because Raymond had heard about you and Sharita.
Yeah.
He didn't know anything about Benny. And I guess whoever fucking called him,
Yeah.
they wanted either more time, whatever the fuck. Didn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
But the next day, fucking Raymond's like, I don't know what happened because they just fucking rocked it. And shout out to Sharita because
She did a really good job.
Dude, he's like, "Hey, dude, you've never mentioned her before." I go, "I guess it just hadn't come up." Because I goes, "You mentioned this, dude." He goes, "She fucking killed."
No, she did. To the point where I was just like, she sold more merch than I did. I didn't sell one piece of merch. Honestly, after that day, I felt so much like shit. It wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault. I was just walking around and had my merch table and had everything in my merch, and everybody just kept walking.
But you know what it is, dude? Sometimes different comics connect. Like, for example, you know Paul Ramirez.
Yeah.
It was Anthony Austin Brown, Paul Ramirez, me. Who the fuck else was on the show? Oh, Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah.
In Laredo. Little Paulie went up there and did maybe 10 minutes. And this is over a year ago. He still it wasn't who he is now.
Yeah.
And dude, at the end of the show, he had a line of people wanting to go say hi and thank you to him. I mean, don't get me wrong. They still came and said hi to us and stuff.
Yeah.
And he had his bright eyes, big eyes. I go, dude, keep doing it, bro. This is what you can have every weekend. And that's why I like that I took him. And I still remember I got a lot of little shit from a lot of the comics, local comics. Like, dude, he's not ready. I go, what are you talking about, dude? I'm thinking I'm vouching for him because I believe he's got 10 minutes and he's going to kill. And he did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're never ready, dog. You just got to do it.
Remember we were talking about it earlier about having just a regular show, a host, feature, and a headline. And if you can fucking give somebody a guestie, you're not giving a guaranteed certified headliner or feature a guestie. Give it to the one and up and comers that are fucking have like 5 minutes so they can do their best 5 minutes here and go, oh shit, I got to write more. I want to keep doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't give it to don't give me a guestie. Don't give you a guestie. Why? You're wasting something that can actually be very valuable to somebody who's coming up that's going to make them work harder. That's make them go, oh shit, thank you again. I'll always remember this.
Yeah.
And I remember telling you, I don't fucking give a fuck. I want all you all to get famous. I want you all to take me on the road, fucker. Dude, Adam Dominguez, hey, dude, whenever you want to fucking, let's go tour. He's touring all over the fucking place.
We had him on the show, man. He basically, like, the way he broke everything down, man, it was crazy.
I fucking love that guy, dude.
Yeah.
And the thing is that he never stopped believing that there was something there. Because there were some shit shows, and he'll tell you, we went to some shit shows. Roswell, Carlsbad. And it's like, dude, I'm going to be a comic. I'm like, fucking, I love the fire. I love the fight. And dude, look where he's at.
Because people don't understand. I think some people don't understand that. They just think you walk into a room and full house and everybody's just fucking you like, yeah. No, there's some shitty shows where there's two guys and a janitor.
Yep.
And even the janitor shaking his head at you like, man, you're a piece of shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Professionalism, man.
That's what it is.
Go
But you
do
still,
the damn thing.
and you still go up there and you do your thing in front of 2 or 5 people.
One time I was in Korea, actually.
Yeah.
I went on a USO comedy tour, and the promoter comes up to it was this two-man show.
Yeah.
45 and 45. Me and this guy named Daniel Rock from Seattle. And Daniel's this Native American white guy. I'm not going to question it. So every other show, we flip back and forth. We flip back and forth. The guy from the MWR comes and picks us up. Man, we're late, man. Show starts at 7. It's like 6:45. Who's first? I go, I'm first. I was like, okay, dude, starts at 7, so kick it off. Dude, we get in this beautiful theater. There's a bar on the side. 4 waiters. Nobody in the crowd. We get there at 6:45.
Yeah.
Dude, it starts at 7, so gotta start. You already got paid. Yeah. Fucking Daniel goes to the fucking front, sits right in front of me, dude. I gotta do 45. I got my little stopwatch, and I'm doing my set, and after every fucking punchline, I would go, ha hee hee, to keep my timing going. So we're doing this shit, and dude, there's nobody in this fucking place. At 7:30, you start seeing some fucking people walk in. I got like 15 minutes left. And my last 5 minutes, there's people, but not crowded.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, thank you. Let me introduce you to your next act. At 7:45. Now there's people. The show was at 8.
Oh, damn.
He said 7, get on there, boom. Hey, you already got paid. You need to go. Okay. I did my 45. Fucking Daniel goes on. His first 15, people are still coming in. His second 30, it's packed. This is about 700-seat theater. Hey, can you go back out there? 7. You already got paid. I'll pay you another. It was $250. I'll pay you another $250. You go back on. Let me see it. I didn't believe him, dude. He was such a fucking shady motherfucker. But yeah, he went, got me fucking $250. Best show I ever had. And I still remember Daniel going, hey, you weren't supposed to headline that. I was like, dude, I did an hour and a half of comedy. But it was a rerun. I remember telling him the last 15 minutes, hey, whoever was here for my last 15 minutes, you're going to hear it again.
Here we go.
Yeah, I might be a little drunk on this one, but yes, it was so much fun,
man.
dude.
That's cool. Oh, yeah.
See, and I always do this, but you got paid, right?
Oh yeah,
Thank you.
dude.
Thank you. You got paid. It's good when people pay you when you do your job. It's amazing. Just want to say that. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you right now. There's 2 bookers when I first started that were notorious for. Bro, you saw the door, man.
Oh, his speech.
Oh, dude.
Speech.
Hey, next time I got you, double or nothing, bro. I go, I already got nothing. So let's double it up. Fuck it. Next time, you saw the door, man. It was light. And I got to pay the headliner. I'm like, yeah, dude. You know what, dude? Earlier we were talking about learning experience. I needed stage time. I needed this cost me. It was an investment. It cost me to come all the way over here to Victoria, Texas, San Angelo, to go do a show for fucking free. You know what, dude? Cost me. About 10, 15 years later, both of them, I don't mean to use the word reparations, but
Go ahead.
both of them, one of them got me a show with Cheech and Chong, with Tommy Chong,
Okay.
quoted me this, gave me everything he had owed me.
That's good people. man.
That's
cool.
Way. That felt fucking on a different. He goes, hey, dude, I know I owed you this. Boom. He goes, I should pay you more because of it. We're good. We're golden.
That's good people.
The other guy booked me on another show. He told me a certain price. He tripled it. Still fucking on the negative on that one. But, dude, thanks.
Yeah.
Never once did I disparage either one of them. because I always felt like it was an investment in my career
Yeah.
to be able to do a show. Even if, I mean, dude, I get it. I wasn't where you were at when you didn't get paid.
Yeah.
I was at the beginning when I was, dude, the whole idea of shady ass characters, you're going to fucking see them left and right. And that's why I like working with promoters and producers that are either comics or know the comedy scene.
Yeah.
There's guys that are just like, I'm throwing a comedy show and they don't really know what the fuck.
I feel what you're saying.
Yep.
So you were the bigger person.
Yeah.
That's good. I don't want to be a big person.
Well, he said he was early in his career.
Yeah.
No, this is very early in my career.
Okay. I would have done the
Oh,
same.
no, don't get me wrong. There was times that they invited me after that, and I was like, no. I know my worth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
It's funny that I know my worth. One of my buddies is telling me that he told this chick some shit. She goes, "Nah, I know my worth." Goes, how about a discount for your boy? That's fucking funny as shit, dude. What did she say? Goes, no, fuck. She told me no, dude.
Oh man.
I know my worth. Oh, dude. Funny that I was asking you about if you ever see an ex in the crowd. Have you ever? I mean, dude, I'm not saying have you ever because that's not even the right word, verbiage. But on a date, you're with a chick, you're out, you go to a restaurant or bar or anything.
Yeah.
It's so hard to date a fucking comic, dude. So many different reasons, but I think this is one that really fucks everybody up. You walk into a bar and all of a sudden, like, shit, they have a stage? Shit, how many people fit in here?
Yeah.
Buddy, you know,
It's automatic. Honestly, when I go to places,
dude.
that's where you see a stage and you go, oh,
we could do a show in here, man.
That's the first, as a comic,
Yeah.
the whole perception.
And she's telling you, it's like a great place. What do you think? And he's like, huh? Oh, no, are you thinking you can do comedy? Yup, 100%. In my head, I'm just like, 70 people, there's good parking, it's in the middle, they have food. Dude,
Yeah.
we can't stop thinking like a comic, dude.
Yeah.
And then they'll say something like, dude, I went to a Vietnamese restaurant one time, and the guy's like, she's like saying something like she likes pho. And she goes, I'll take the pho soup or whatever. And the guy goes, pho. And she goes, for me. In my head, I'm just like, dude, I take out my phone and I start writing this shit down. She goes, who are you texting? I go, no, I'm not texting anybody. That's a joke right there. How are you? Because you can't put it away. You can't.
No.
You can't put it away. You don't turn it off. How many times in the middle of sex something happens and it's like, oh, dude, this would be funny as shit. I got to remember this. I got to remember this.
Yeah.
Dude, there's the most inopportune times and you think, okay, that's funny as fuck. I need to write that down.
Yeah. But I was telling him there's times I wrote down jokes in the middle of the night when my ex was laying next to me and they automatically think you text another girl. But you're actually writing down jokes.
Yep.
And you have to literally show them the pad. Like,
Yep.
I'm writing down jokes. Like,
I think real quick on some technical shit.
Oh, shit.
I think you actually
Turned it off?
Turned it up.
Or off?
No, you hit the button.
Did I turn it off?
No.
Did I turn it off?
No, you didn't turn it off. There's a volume control on it, and I saw you turn it up, which means the ear might be blown out for like a hot second.
Well, then you're going to have to take all that
But
beautifulness out of the way.
I caught it pretty quick.
oh, that's good.
I don't know what I was doing.
I just watched you go click, and I was like,
Oh,
that's why I kept
fuck.
looking at mine. I was like, I think he actually turned it
Well,
up.
tell me more. Tell me more. What else we doing?
Now, I just wanted to ask you because this is the thing. 'Cause, you've done theaters before.
Mm-hmm.
So-
I do once a year in Laredo, Texas. It's my reason for living.
But how? Because I know.
Yeah, nice. Oh,
but
yeah.
You know how a club, the sound is different when you're like in a club than in a theater. How's the difference?
So in Laredo, Texas, we have this. We used to have this Air Force base, and now it's the Laredo Little Theater. I've been doing shows there once a year. It's their biggest benefit. For 25 years, we do it every February. It's part of the big celebration over there. The place holds 246. It's a little theater. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
And it's sloped like a theater and it has little theater seats and stuff. You feel the fucking laughs. Like Josh Ryan went this year
Yeah.
and he goes, dude, I've never actually felt laughs. Like loud as fuck. Yeah, no. This time, a la madre, like like the energy hits you. And it's like as soon as you hit, I said it right before you asked the question. It's my sole reason for living. I need to live till next February. If I ever die, I want to die the day after a comedy. It's called the Laredo Jack for George Comedy Jam.
Okay.
I want to die the day after because I don't want to be that close. Imagine like 2 weeks from the fucking show and I die. No, I want to live that one more time, dude. And I'm the host of it, so I'm only up there for 10 minutes, 2 times. I can't imagine. Raymond Orta just did it, and he recorded his set, and he's like, dude, I need it. He's done it twice. This is the second time. He goes, this is what he usually charges. It wasn't in our budget. It's a benefit.
Yeah.
He goes, I'll do it for this because I love that stage.
Wow.
It's on a different level. I've done a couple of other theaters with Raymond and with Willie. Dude, it's different. Because everything's facing you, like every angle. I can't explain it.
Yeah.
Everybody wants a short ceiling, intimate crowd. I love those shows too, but there's nothing like having like fucking 400-500 people. Dude, one time I did a show in Harlingen, 4,000 people.
Wow.
Bam! It hits you differently, dude.
Really?
Dude, you appreciate. Sometimes you're like, yeah, dude, I had to drive all the way over here. It cost me this. Cause sometimes it's like, dude, I'd fucking pay to be here. Not everybody gets to do this. Not everybody gets to do this. And I'm like, I feel so blessed, dude. I want to be a better person. I fucking start going to church and shit right after it, dude. You have no idea, dude. No, I'm not even fucking with you, dude. It's like, you start really believing. It's like, dude, God really fucking smiled on me. I mean, I'm very fucking blessed the way the life's gone. And I really believe I think I'm funny. But I think it's also the whole being a good hang. I really believe that really fucking bodes well for me. And if there's any comics listening to this shit, work on that skill. I don't think you can really work on it. You're either a good hanger or you're not. But, dude, how many beers have I ever bought you fuckers?
A lot.
Exactly.
A lot, bro. When I used to drink, you.
No shit. You don't even drink no more, huh?
Nah, it was.
Has it changed the way you on stage? Like, you remember everything that you're doing?
It's made me. I mean, I can only speak from my opinions, but for me, I use it as a crutch. So I don't use it as a crutch anymore. So I know, okay, I don't need this to be funny anymore. And plus, it was just killing the nerves.
Okay.
You know how you get nervous when you go
just
up.
a couple of beers before you go.
And one day, when I didn't have that there, I was panicking. I was looking. I was like, "This. Where's the alcohol? I was like, and I went across the street to the 7-Eleven and chugged down something, just to go up on stage. Yeah.
That's when you start realizing maybe it's a problem, kind of shit.
Yeah. But it wasn't really this. I ain't gonna blame comedy. I was drinking before I really started doing it, and then it just became a thing where it became regular for me. And then when I would get drunk, I wouldn't even close the deal. But most of the females, dog. I'm getting drunk, yelling hollering at females, and then I just just walk off. And they're like looking like, we gonna close the deal? And I just walk off, man.
Next time.
Yeah. I was doing that with a lot of females, and I was like, they were like, you're fucking weird. Like, you talk to me all like nice, and then you walk the fuck off. You tell me how beautiful I am, and then you go home. I'm like this, I did that? Yeah, you did that.
You're that drunk?
Yeah, this girl told me she was beautiful. She's like, I remember, I said, I talked to you? She's like, yeah, we talked for like 30 minutes. You don't remember? I was like, nah.
One time I were at Scenics, Miss Scenics.
Yeah.
You had those bottomless mimosas.
Oh, shit.
Dude, it was one of those Sundays. Did you ever get to? Yeah, you did, right?
I've been there on a Sunday a couple times,
And I remember, dude, the DJ's fucking bam, 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 putting some fucking 90s fucking grooves. And, dude, first you're like, oh, chill. Dude, fucking, I don't know how many mimosas later. Oh, shit, the shoulder fucking. And I was like, hey, you don't know nothing about this. You don't know nothing. I go, yeah, I do. You don't know. Who sings this? I go, Freddie who? I'm like, dude, what? Chill out.
I remember that shit.
And then some girls walked in all of a sudden. And right now you say that shit about fucking talking to them and fucking walking out. I remember fucking, I was like, where you going? Getting my check. Why you going? Gotta go home. What the fuck just happened?
I gotta go, man.
What did just happen? You were grooving like a motherfucker, dude. You were like another fucking member of Earth, Wind, and Fire and shit. All of a sudden, it's like, nah, dude, I ain't gotta be here no more.
Nah, I know someone was gonna I was gonna get myself in trouble. I used to know. I was like, I know when I drink like that, I was like, I'm gonna say something stupid, and then I would kill it for other dudes. I would walk in and say some weird shit, and then they're like, dog, I had momentum, and you just came in here and said some weird shit.
Nah,
They don't have skill to recover. That's on them.
nah, dude.
Yeah.
There was a couple of times that like I was there that I remember like some of my female friends would show up, and they were grooving on you, dude. Hey, who's your friend? Oh, is he single? Yeah,
Really?
dude.
Well,
And then I would tell you like, hey, dude, green light, dude. They're all about you. Yeah, dude, I gotta go. And for a little bit, I'm like, oh, maybe Otis don't swing that way. Oh, no,
it
dude.
was the same. It's just
That's what I thought, because I mean, he's like denying. No, stay away and shit.
I've probably been through some shit at the time. I didn't
You know
want-
what? Yeah, because we were talking about some of the.
Yeah, you
Those are the
know.
angry Otis days.
Yeah, it was when I went through a couple of breakups. I was kind of like I won't bring up his name because he's cool.
Yeah.
But it was like me and Lando, because Lando went through the same thing when his girl at the time broke up with him.
Y'all
And you could tell
been dating some crazy women.
but he was angry. Like you could see him. He was so angry, and I was like, I get that. So, but it was he would get mad at the audience. That's how mad he would get. He'd be like, "This is funny. You guys don't know what comedy is?
Yep.
You're supposed. This is where you laugh, guys."
I remember him saying
And,
that.
and we're all sitting there like this. And Adam was at the time. Adam was in the crowd, and it became depressed Lando. We talked about like he didn't talk about ending his life, but he was just saying weird shit where it was really dark. And Adam was just beating it up. Adam had that smirk like this.
Dude.
This is the best set he ever had.
I remember one time he was Lando VC was at Coconuts, and shout out, he fucking nailing it, dude.
Oh, he's had some.
Dude, yeah, dude, he was talking about, dude, I'm gonna misremember this. Either working at Disney and going on the wrong lot and going on NASA on a fucking space shuttle.
Yeah.
There was something genius about Disney and space shuttle Orlando kind of bullshit or
Yeah.
whatever. And I remember he had just broke up with some chick or some shit.
Yeah.
So he's in that so some chick comes up to him and tells him something along the lines of like, oh, dude, you're really cute, you're really funny, kind of thing. Yeah, thanks. Chick was like, nah, bro, right now, relationship. I'm like, fuck.
I can
dude.
relate to that. So that's when he was that way. The angry Lando, I could relate to that because I was like, that used to be me. So and sometimes comedy is therapeutic.
It really is.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, like the whole thing with relationships, I mean, like I said it earlier, it's hard to date a fucking comic, dude. It really is. And I think sometimes we don't see it. And I mean, dude.
Somebody has to be about that life. Because it's hard to, because
Yeah.
women don't understand, we're like, okay, I'm not going to be paying attention to you.
Like, I want to go to the show with you. Yeah, come to the show. But do you understand that I can't, I'm not on a date with you. I'm at work. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's like, now I feel like shit because you're there either by yourself or with your friend. Or guys are going up to you. Now I'm like, what the fuck? You know?
Yeah.
Like, no, I was like, you don't want me to go? I'm like, it'd make it a lot easier.
They think, oh, you're there.
Yo, you're going to go hook up. It
No,
ain't
it's
even
not
about
like
that.
It's not about that. It's just that this is my little world here.
Yeah.
And at times I can't, and women, I love y'all, but they have to have some attention.
Nah, well, when you say sub, I'm 54 years old, and I realize that everyone taught me the whole time I've been coming up.
Yeah.
Women want your money. Something way more valuable. Your time.
Yeah.
They want your time. And if you ain't going to put in the time, somebody else is, and boom, done.
Yeah.
And at a comedy show, I don't have time to be boyfriend. Dude.
It's hard. I see
And I
guys
look
do
at
it.
all the other comics, they're there with their chicks, and I'm like, dude.
They
And
do
they're
it.
and then they're miserable because they're missing out on the camaraderie and shit, you know?
They get sitting there chilling, and like it's hard. And then you got to go back, or your girl's in the corner, and you got to go back to her and talk. And then like you miss something, and somebody's laughing, and you're like,
Nah. And then you say something on stage like, have you ever eaten a girl's ass out? And I'm like, so you've eaten a girl's ass out, huh? Damn it.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
yeah. They have to be about that life, dog. You
Yeah.
have to have somebody. And
It
even,
takes a strong, yeah.
Or even dating another comic. It works, I think, with some other comics. They date another
Well, I
comic.
remember when I was dating Iggy for a little bit. Nah, dude. Dating another comic is fucking huge no, dude. In my head.
Yeah.
In my head. Because, dude, that's the whole... You all break up. She's still in the fucking scene. Somebody else starts hitting up on it. Nah, dude. It turns into a big old nap.
Well, I'm going to that, but yeah, it does. I've seen it. Where
Yeah.
Kind of like
Oh, yeah.
It's how you say it. How can I say without being an asshole? But I'm gonna be real with
Be
you.
the dick.
Well, it's just when you're around, even if it's a dude or a girl, I'm gonna just say man and female, being around the person and you know everybody done
Yep.
been in.
Well,
Like,
dude, at the end of the day, it's just like, I think dating a chick that's a comedian is like living in a fucking like little ass high school town where there's only like 8 fucking seniors.
yeah,
Everybody, I mean, dude, there's only like 1 chick and 7 dudes.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like fucking in your friend group.
Yeah, it's like that, man.
It's your
It's kinda-
turn now.
Yeah, it's like she wasn't yours, it's only your turn. You know how they always say it around here,
Have
right?
you ever seen that? Have you ever heard that song? You're my little boo thing.
Yeah.
It says, tell him it's my turn.
Yeah.
That song says, "You're my little boot thing." I just fucking keep singing it. You're my little puta. I don't care
my
what your
boy
man
saying
say.
that. He used to play that shit at work repeatedly. He had it on repeat. I remember that song.
That's a fucking cool ass song, dog. That's
Yeah.
another thing, dude. Kuagenti was in the car with me the other day, and dude, I'm Mexican as fuck. I threw some fucking, I had my fucking Spotify, and right away it was some Tejano. And all of a sudden he starts singing along and shit, dude. I'm like, what the? Because I live in Houston, man. I love the idea that the cultures fucking intertwine, and I think a lot more with comics because I think like I mean, dude, I could tell you that my few black friends are comics. Maybe because I'm not exposed to them either at work and or, and dude, I learned a lot of the fucking Riz, no cap. I don't know none of that shit, dude. I'm either old and I'm not black. Some of the shit that y'all say, dude. You put me on to some shit. I'm like, put them on what? What?
That's fact. That's fact.
Put me on's pretty old.
Honestly, like, but
Dude, I'm pretty old and I still do this.
I pretty much, if I look at it, most of my friends are comics.
Yeah.
Like, if look at it this way, if we took comedy out of all our lives, it'd be way empty.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have that many friends, to be honest with you. I look forward to going to open mics to seeing everybody. You know?
No, you know what my favorite thing is my non-comic friends that seen all you guys. I mean, I know you know this for a fact because some of my friends. I was like, yeah, dude, who's gonna go? I go, Otis. Otis gonna be there? Badass, bro. I'll be there. Anthony's gonna be there. Iggy's gonna be. Also, my friends are all excited. They think you guys are superstars. And dude, and you all, dude, so cool. What a cool hang. And they're like, dude, they're really cool. They're like down to earth. Like, yeah, they're cool. They're human. What the fuck?
Exactly, man.
But they see you only on stage, so they think that you're this. And it's like, dude, a couple of my friends love you. You know, Daylon.
Yeah.
And dude, Otis gonna be there. I mean, dude, no matter where we're gonna hang, we're gonna hang.
Yeah, it's like it's just a whole. I guess a weird, not a weird. I tend to use that word. It's just a good community, dog. We're awkward, but I look for
El Paso.
Yeah, I
and
look for it.
as much as the infighting, it's still fucking cool.
Yeah, I when I walk into a room, when I see another comic, I get happy for the most part. If we vibe, like if I saw you, like oh shit, I would leave wherever the fuck, even if it was like Michael Jordan, I'm talking, I'm like Steve, and I walk away, Steve, man, just say you're the set,
Dude,
you know, I would do it.
When you go to the comic strip and he's like, dude, I don't even know who's playing. I don't even care. You go to the patio and you see all the other comics and shit.
Yeah.
It's just like and then like whoever's the headliner or whatever, you worked with him before. I said, hey, let me introduce you to this guy. Dude, 2 weeks ago, Sean Jones.
Oh yeah, he's funny.
Dude, that guy.
Dude is hilarious. I hosted for him. It's hilarious.
Dude, Puga was next to me. Stephen Puga. He was like, dude, looking at me, like, I've never seen you laugh so much. I go, nobody's ever made me laugh so much. Dude. Sean Jones had me for 20 minutes, and I'm just like, I gotta go pee, dude. And then we go outside. You start talking to him, and you start realizing that you have mutual friends and different fucking scenes and stuff. It's a community on a different level, dude, and that's the thing. Do one fucked up thing, and it gets around.
It does.
But do one fucking cool thing, it gets around.
Yeah.
I'll give you a perfect fucking example. Joy Medina, dude, was a headliner, and there's this cat, dude, I'm fucking Ray Lopez. Rest in peace. Ray Lopez is this big. From McAllen. Funny as fuck. Guy says, hey man, I really want to fucking work at the comic strip. I asked Bart, hey dude, this guy's legit. Can you let him host? He drove all the way from McAllen for $100 for the week. He stayed at my place.
Yeah.
Broke my bed. Anyway. This motherfucker ripped it so hard for the whole weekend when fucking Joey Medina said, hey, dude, all the way from McAllen, and you're only getting, he fucking flipped him another $200. That's fucking a story that needs to be fucking told, dude.
Yes.
Joey Medina's a real one, dude. He fucking threw money out of his pocket to fucking help out an up-and-coming comic. And when I say God rest his soul, is that this guy, Bart loved him so much, Bart said, hey, dude, you're going to feature in November. This was in September. No, in December. Ray died 3 weeks before he was supposed to come up.
Oh.
He had a heart attack. Yeah. But I want to say the story about Joey Medina being fucking a real one, dude, because he didn't have to do that at all.
Yeah.
And the whole idea that he fucking threw some money at the guy and Bart giving him an opportunity is another fucking crazy cool thing.
Yeah, it
dude.
is.
This guy was big and fat. Not fucking, never did a fat joke. His whole set doesn't mention it at all. He had glasses, and the only thing that he said was everything was zombie. At that time, everything was zombie movies, zombie shows and shit. Yeah. He goes, I don't like zombie shows because they don't represent me. People with glasses. He goes, you never see a zombie going, stupid as shit.
That's funny.
He never does a fat joke. And at the end of it, he goes, you know when you're out with your girl in Mexico and they come, flores para la señorita? Flowers? He goes, they never do shit for guys. It'd be cool as shit if there'd be a nunchuck lady. Nunchucks for the man? You know, your little inner kid would be like, give me some nunchucks. Dude, and he ended up fucking making some plastic nunchucks as fucking merch, dude. That shit fucking, cool. Dude. That's dumb as shit, but dude, fucking, awesome. You know, little, dude, our little kid comes out. Yeah!
Yeah. That's cool.
Nunchucks for the dudes.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude. I love the whole idea that there's, like, stories and history in different layers, like, where I'm coming from, where you are, where you guys are going, the young cats that are coming up.
Yeah.
I just like that there's respect all the way through, because there was people before me, and, dude, they fucking set it up. And, dude, just knowing that all the way back in the day that there was somebody in the fucking king's court that was called a jester, and that's his fucking job to fucking entertain.
Right.
That ought to tell you how fucking important this shit is, you know?
Yeah, but if he wasn't funny, he'd get his head cut off.
Yeah.
Cause you know how many headless motherfuckers be in El Paso?
Open mics would be empty.
Coming up to the stage. Ichabod Crane. Great reference, motherfuckers. Headless Horseman. Headless Horseman, nobody, nothing.
Have like a guillotine.
Yeah, Ichabod Crane.
Imagine a guillotine right next to the stage.
Dude.
That'd be terrible. Oh, you got one joke.
Don't give Gus Buzz any ideas.
Like, I'm on it.
Yeah, we're going to have a guillotine, but it's only going to be for your dick.
Dude.
They don't even. Wait, before we go, I got to pee real quick.
Go ahead. Do you
Yeah.
think?
Come up with something to end up with. Not better, just. I can't believe you guys are drinking, fuckers.
I don't drink, man. Otherwise, I would. But
You don't drink at all, huh?
nah.
It's 8 a.m.
I like how people that drink always bring like a 12 pack or some shit. You know what I'm saying? They always, like, we're going to chug down with them. They're like this.
Oh, that's funny. You're going to be able to hear it. Just like every episode of the
Oh,
last
yeah.
3, people will be peeing.
They better wash his hands.
Let's see. Listen.
Let's see if you
Start
wash
to hear
his
the
hands.
sink.
Like, you know sing because they got Josh there with his name.
Oh, yeah. That's
Josh
right.
just walked down the shit.
Oh, yeah.
He did a drooling.
Sounds so cool.
Yeah, he did say. He did the Julian. Julian washed his hands. Julian, what's up, man? I was like, dude, what the? I'll never forget that day, bro. I'll never forget it.
That's funny.
Man, it is.
Man.
You knock out yesterday?
Yeah, I
Tell
know.
him,
It
tell
was
him, tell
cold.
him.
It was
I
cold,
tired.
bro. I was like,
Didn't do anything.
me the same way. I was like, man. I went to.
I googled it first though. I was like, let's make sure it's a show tomorrow.
Yeah,
So I was like, all right, I can go tomorrow.
yeah, because it was.
Give him a
it
little
was
boot
packed, bro.
thing. I don't care what the dude say.
You got a bunch of shows coming up, right?
Yes, I do.
You want to plug them?
Sure. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. Actually, yeah, dude. I fucking forgot about all that.
We're in jail.
Yeah, I saw your cool ass flyer with a bunch of dates on it.
Oh, yeah, dude, and I still have to add some to it.
Nice,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing, next week I'm doing Uvalde, Texas, Laredo, Texas, my hometown. Then May the 4th, we're doing Funniest in El Paso here at
Oh,
the
yeah?
comic strip.
Yeah.
And then, well, before that, I'm doing Vitola's with Puga, the cigar bar. You done it?
Oh,
You done
shit.
it?
I don't know yet.
Be all
Are you
suited
doing
up.
it? This one?
I don't know. I don't think so.
The only thing is, he's like, you got to wear a suit. I'm going to wear a suit, but I'm not wearing a tie.
How come they don't post the lineup? Keep looking at the flyer. I don't see anybody on there.
Dude, so I kind of understand what he's doing as far as not putting names on it, because you can use the same flyer. It's kind of like creating a brand. And dude, I get it, but at the end of the day, also you do want to know who's gonna be on the show.
Yeah, keep looking at it to see who's gonna be on there.
Yeah.
I just saw that's the picture with Sharita, right?
And then touch it again.
It looks fine though.
Okay. And I'm doing Hyenas with Mario Salazar and Raymond Horta, Fort Worth
Nice.
in June, and Dallas Hyenas June 22nd, 21st, 22nd. Me and Mario are doing Corpus also coming up. Dude, I was looking at my calendar and trying to fucking figure out, like, boom, boom. And he's like, dude, you know, I fucking love comedy. What am I doing? And I was looking at the calendar and it's like, dude, I want to go see the Astros. Love the Astros. I want to go see Smashing Pumpkins, 311. So I love this idea of having something to look forward to, because in our mundane daily work and shit, you just, every day is just the fucking same.
Yeah.
There's nothing like having something to look forward to. Because it's like,
facts.
hey, dude, I only got this many days left. Like, I got fucking 30 days before I got fucking 6 days before I go to Uvalde to go fucking do a show. I got 22 days before I go see 311, whatever it is. If you have something coming up, it almost keeps you alive, if that makes sense.
It makes complete sense.
Yes. I
You
agree.
you want to live to get to that, and you're putting up with the daily shit of work or anything, dude. It's
Yes.
like, you know what, dude. And the thing is, enjoy the. Do you remember when you went to the beach, when South Padre?
Yeah.
Did you get to go to the beach?
Yeah, I did.
I think a lot of the comics that go don't do that. They get to the hotel. Dude, you're in South Padre. You're at the fucking beach. Go fucking get your feet wet.
Oh, is that what? I did?
Adventure, bro.
Yeah,
we went
enjoy
out,
the
man. Yeah.
fuck out of it, man.
It was. I think we went in April. I think so.
fucking
The weather wasn't too bad.
beautiful.
It was perfect, man. I went outside. We drank outside. I was smelling the air. I was taking it all in, bro.
Gulf of America.
And that's exactly it, dude. Like where we're at right now. I love your studio, dude. Look outside and you see the mountains.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize this. We born and raised.
No,
Born and raised.
raised but not born.
I will say this: a lot of people in El Paso do not appreciate the mountains. When I bought my house, I remember just telling the realtor that I wanted a view of the mountains. And she goes, dude, I've been selling houses for 15 years. Nobody's ever asked me that. I go, dude, I come from fucking flat-ass Laredo, dude. Just your dog runs away. You can still see him 2 weeks later. Fucking mountains, bro. It's fucking badass. I bet you it looks cool as shit when it's raining, when it's snowing.
Yeah.
It looks fucking amazing. And you need to appreciate some of the shit. Like, dude, that's another thing. Oh, there's nothing to do here. Whatever, dude. I fucking love El Paso, dude. There's always something to do, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
I think Gibran fucking said it on one of his, as far as the most alcohol per capita.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's one of his.
Yeah, and Las Vegas is number 2. they don't have a fucking last call,
Yeah, they don't.
and we're still beating up women.
That says a lot. That
I
says
don't
a lot.
know. It's a fun town, dude.
If you
Great.
watch Fifth Fam, you know why.
Yeah, it's true. There's a lot of good-looking people, great people. It's just I fucking.
I have
love
to
it.
say, there's a lot of beautiful women here.
There's a lot of good-looking dudes too. I mean, we're here. We live here.
There's some ugly looking dudes, but there's a lot of. But if you look at the scenario, for every like 7 beautiful women, there's 3. Maybe.
I keep hearing there's beautiful looking women here.
They are.
Have you guys been on the dating sites?
But that time.
No.
Have you been out?
You can't go by the
All
dating
of the
apps.
above.
Who you think are on there most of the time?
All of the above.
The ones that can't get dick.
No.
There's also
That time we at the Garrison, we did the show at the Garrison.
I like the Garrison.
When I saw that Chuco Town Fest, dude, if you looked around the crowd, there was so many beautiful women. I was like this, what the? I was like, wow, they were walking downtown. I saw all that,
Yeah.
bro.
Did you get to meet Kingsley? Shout out to Kingsley. He was one of the owners of the Garrison. Great place, dude.
I think I talked. I don't know if maybe I talked to him. I didn't realize it was him.
Yeah, dude, from Nigeria, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
There's beautiful, dude. There's so many beautiful women on Paso. There's just a lot. There's a
I
lot.
think we take it for granted, dude. Be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Because you get a couple of, how you say it?
Tortas? Wait, what?
Well, I'm just saying you get a couple of just dysfunctional bipolar type. And you
Oh,
get,
don't get me wrong. What did they say?
but it's
crazy
not all-
pussy's good pussy?
But not all of the women are like that. And then you got to understand that us as comedians, what do we usually see? Enough said.
Crazy.
Yeah. We
I don't
mostly
know, man. I just,
Interact with that.
Maybe traveling changes my perspective.
Well, you was in Cali. You was in Cali, so you said.
Not only Cali, but like everywhere. You know
We
what
think
I mean?
it's
So
all
then
right.
it's like you're comparing
Nah,
all the places
bro.
I've been
I'm gonna
to.
tell you what. I traveled a lot
I
too.
know you travel too, but yeah,
But I tell you
I'm
what,
saying my opinion, my
we're-
perspective.
we're-
is, it's all right.
We're inundated. I think we are. The truth is, I mean, dude, go anywhere, you're gonna see it. The thing is
Yeah.
that we don't have the contingent of white girls or the hot ass Asian girls. We don't
No,
have that.
that's not
It's
it,
all
for
Latinas.
Sure, yeah.
It's all Latinas. But dude, I'm a huge Arsenal fan, and we had a meetup here about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
People from all over the country, dude. All the guys. What is going on? Y'all you're all cloning them. Like they had never seen dude.
They talk about
They
their
did start
eyebrows?
Salma Hayek and Eva Longoria. They was like, dude, I see girl. It's funny because yeah, fucking Eva Longoria is beautiful. I get it, but at the end of the day, dude, there's girls here that look just like her, if not fucking prettier.
I've seen a couple. Well, I'm just like,
Definitely have like fucking hot Latino chicks for sure.
yeah. I mean, maybe you don't.
But
have
none
that
of them
much
cook like
diversity.
grandma.
Nah, you don't meet so many women like that. Either.
Dude, so you Puerto Rican and black.
Yeah.
So you steal your own car?
Fucked up.
Nah, fucker.
swear.
Like, do you have the Puerto Rican? You have that Puerto Rican madness and shit, dude.
Nah, nowhere near like my mom. Nah, but I mean, it comes out every once in a while.
Boricua?
A little bit, man. But I'm a very calm individual.
Yeah, you are.
It just takes me a while to
Dude,
get.
I don't understand how you could be black and Puerto Rican and can't dance.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
Otis
You
can't
got that.
dance.
That don't make
I
any
even gave him a
sense.
logo, dude, and he doesn't want it. I want to make that shirt. Otis don't dance.
I guess I didn't get those genes, man. I don't know. I try. Even I've danced a couple of times, and people always tell me to stop.
How many Puerto Rican flags do you own?
I've had 2, maybe 3 in my lifetime.
Do you have one on your car?
No, I don't do that no more.
No, you
He
should.
said no more.
No, you should. I talked to my Puerto Rican friends, and they said the reason that they have the la bandera right on the thing is so they won't steal each other's cars.
That's pretty good.
That's why I got one too. So
Stupid,
dumb. That's so dumb.
Fucking stupid.
It's a Puerto Rican thing.
What do you
man.
mean no more?
No, because one
Because
time,
you would see a black guy coming out of a car with a Puerto Rican flag, they'd be like, he stole it!
nah, one dude was talking shit to me because I had the Puerto Rican flag. Because I guess he didn't know.
Dominican?
No, it was I forgot what he was, but he was
There's
all.
black Puerto Ricans. What are you talking
That's
about?
what, but they don't think that. They think all the Puerto Ricans is like Bad Bunny and shit. There's dark skinned There's
Sad
dark skinned
Bunny.
Latino. There's dark skinned Puerto Ricans. There's dark skinned everything.
Yeah.
But people don't. There's dark skinned Mexicans.
Dude, so weird that we're talking about this because I just saw a fucking video about like Emancipation Proclamation. Boom, no more slaves. Well, all these fuckers that were coming from Portugal and shit that still had like slave ships, they're like, dude, we got goods. I'm like, well, we ain't not taking them no more. That's why I started fucking getting to Colombia and Brazil and shit, dude.
Yeah.
Because they were still accepting them. And fucking craziness because I got some Brazilian friends and they'll tell me, like, it's like, dude, you think racism's bad here in Brazil? Second class citizen, like, fucking, like, they know it kind of thing. That's some bullshit because all their soccer players, all the best ones are black.
Yeah. It's
Sucks, bro.
I can remember I had the Puerto Rican flag in my car,
Yeah.
and I was at the intersection, and I had my windows down. Another guy had the windows down, and he looks over. He goes, "Oh, they give anybody a Puerto Rican flag." And I just looked at him like this. But your mama knows. Your mama knows. She has a flag up at her crib too. She knows it. And he got all quiet and shit. Like, the fuck am I? That's something that pissed me off. Your mom like it, dog. So shut the fuck up.
You know the black sports thing that kind of definitely brings something interesting up because of the whole slave thing, right? The slave had like breeding programs to breed the strongest.
Well,
and
you heard about Jimmy the Greek. You guys are a little young. So there's this guy who used to work at CBS, and he would, so weird because now it's so out in the open about fucking betting.
Yeah.
This guy before the games, this is in the 80s, he would be the prognosticator. He'd be like, oh, fucking the Seahawks are 7.5 underdogs, minus 7.5. I'd go for it because so-and-so's not playing, whatever the fuck. Well, one day in a fucking interview, he said something along the, well, of course they're better. They have longer hamstrings. They were bred to be, and dude, he got canceled back in the 80s when nobody was getting canceled.
Wow.
And the truth is, he wasn't lying. They were bred. Dude, that's exactly what they did it for. They treated them like that because they wanted fucking beggar workers and stuff. And it's like, dude, you look back and like, I mean, yeah, the guy said it and it was like uncouth. I get it.
Yeah.
But we can't even talk about it like that because it's fucking, but that's what they did, dude. Have you ever heard Rolling Stones' song, Brown Sugar?
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to the lyrics?
I know.
He's talking about fucking one of the slaves, bro. And dude, Master's doing all right because he hears her screaming right about midnight. He's talking about raping one of the, dude, you gotta listen to it. If you get a chance, you gotta listen to the song.
Wow.
Dude, and this thing was on the radio like if nothing.
Wow.
Like if nothing. But now, let's talk about slavery, modern day slavery. Those fuckers that are doing ridiculous jobs for close to pennies. It ain't exactly, but there is modern day slavery.
Well, there was a statistic that I just heard. Who was I talking to? Was I talking to you about this?
What?
There's a statistic that said throughout all of time, there's more slavery now than there was
Yes.
fucking throughout all of time.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's fucking
I believe in that
crazy.
shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's why I don't believe in it, but I believe it. If that's what.
Yeah.
And the truth is, dude, we land of the free, dude. Shit, we're all fucking slaves of the fucking cogs and the
dude.
wheels and shit, dude. Let's not get political, because
But that's just how it is because, you know, it's just a different form of slavery. It's like,
Yeah.
You telling me you have money? If you don't have any money, are you free?
no,
Can you
exactly.
do anything?
No,
Yeah, not at
exactly,
all.
dude.
Like,
No. I mean,
you still
unfortunately,
got to buy your own freedom.
you got to report. You got to go through. We all do it. You got to go to work, and half the people in America go to the jobs that they can't stand.
What if animals are just like, yeah, no, we don't want to be smart.
Well, dude, fucking, they were talking about the fucking dolphins and shit like that. Like, they're the smartest. You
Yeah, they got names.
And then they fucking, like, they communicate telepathically. And I was listening to one of those podcasts, what's it called? The telepathy notes. Have you ever heard about this shit?
No.
So there's some kids that are stunted development, but they fucking can still.
I know some about this.
Yeah, well, they
Yeah.
fucking like talk to you fucking telepathically, and they're talking about like how aliens obviously are not gonna speak our fucking language, but they can communicate. It fucking throws me off because have you ever fucking just been with a friend, and it's like, dude, without even fucking just a look, you know what the fuck? I think that we need to fucking unlock that shit. There's something there about fucking being able to communicate without actually verbal. I mean, it would really fuck a podcast.
They did experiments on kids about this shit where they tested them and they found all. It's on video. It's not even that long ago. Yeah. So they got videos of these kids where they're just like, you know, all right, little Johnny, what's in my hand? A pink rock with a fucking star on it. pink rock with a star.
Yeah.
Fucking ass, and it's all the kids they weaved out from these experiments.
Yeah.
They're like the top tier ones, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, what's on this card I'm holding? You know, and she's like, it's this fucking star with the unicorn jumping through it. Like, down to the little thing.
Yeah.
It's got, like, 3 little hooves on its fucking thing. Like, yeah.
Wow.
It's ridiculous how, I mean, the mind. I mean, dude, don't get me on conspiracy theories, but I really fucking believe that we need to unlock some of this shit, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, where we were at 100 years ago, where we're at now, where we're gonna be in fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
Dude, if you tell my grandfather who lived before there was electricity, I remember him fucking tripping out on a cordless phone. You know, it's not even connected. What are you? If he saw us with our phones and the shit that we can do, dude, I look back on some of the fucking things that happened to me when I was in high school, and I tell my nephews, and why didn't you just call somebody? Where? From where? Your phone. We didn't have phones. You were poor? No, they didn't exist. You almost forget the way it used to be, if that makes sense.
You know some weird shit? Like, a lot of the stuff, they just don't understand what's going on with, like, reality, right?
Oh, yeah.
One of the things is water. Water is still completely fucking mysterious. They don't understand what the fuck is going on with water and what water actually is. They know the molecules and shit, but they're finding out, like, we can use these things to hold information, like computers. Water will fucking hold it.
Really?
Yeah, water has, like, what was it, like 3 or 4 different states or some shit. They just found a new fucking version of water that's like plasma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, water's one of the most
Dude,
mysterious fucking things.
TikTok got
Yeah,
me,
Google that
dude.
shit
I
up.
ain't even fucking with you.
I didn't
TikTok
know that.
got me my algorithm, dude. It ain't even about dancing girls. No, dude, it's all conspiracy theories and craziness like that, dude.
There's this one.
The firmament.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I go fucking deep on some
There's
of this shit.
this story I heard a long ass time ago. I think it was on Coast to Coast, where this dude fucking finds this like bottle of water or some shit, like ancient vial from like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And he fucking like drinks it. He's just like, fuck it. Turns on a whole bunch of fucking memories in his
Damn.
head.
Really?
Yeah, he just starts knowing all this.
Well, that
fucking
shit happens
stuff.
to me with Heineken.
Yeah,
But
so they're thinking. But yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's like one of
yeah.
those things. It's like they also like they start going into other shit where they're thinking like, okay, this could be part of like old technology. Because we got the pyramids and all this shit.
Yeah.
They're
well, the
saying,
shit
like,
that they just found in the pyramids with all the
yeah,
fucking
all the fucking things, yeah.
what fucked up humankind or humanity, if you will, is the idea like if I knew about fire and I fucking went to your village and I taught you about fire, it was badass, right? Yeah. But when they started trying to get a financial gain from shit, like
Yes.
I got something but I don't want to show you. Give me some money. And first was warfare, the shit that they were doing so they can conquer you. But then like, dude, if you have a fucking pill that can fucking cure whatever the fuck, why should anybody be making money on this? You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, I mean, dude, why aren't we helping each other out? Why are we not for the betterment of man? No, there's money to be had. Why would I fucking help you unless I'm going to get paid?
Who put that fucking concept of money into it?
Dude.
Yeah, that's the fucking curse right there.
Yep.
They're also saying like war, that some of the first stories of war where it came from was Atlantis. Like that's when it popped off. And then it just
The hotel? No, fuck.
And then it just never stopped apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
There's just so much shit, dude. TikTok has, dude. You know how it's Sunday and it tells you how long you've been on your phone, how many hours.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed. I want to see how long I've been on fucking TikTok. And it's all fucking conspiracy bullshit.
Yeah.
Anywhere from the Idaho fucking 4 to that little girl that got the Dominican Republic and shit, and then the firmament, and then
That's like flat Earth shit.
yeah, dude. And we didn't go to fucking the moon in 9/11. And like Britney Spears is crazy. Justin Bieber shape-shifting.
Oh yeah, I've seen those videos.
Yeah, dude.
Say what?
Like, turning into a lizard, a la verga.
No way.
That's a whole thing. There's a guy named David Icke that
Yeah.
he got famous off of this shit. Like apparently in the 80s, he was on the news and told everybody he was Jesus. And then he
Oh, yes!
so then he gets canceled, right?
Yeah.
And like that's, you know, like you're saying, back in the day when people didn't get canceled. But you talk about Jesus or some shit, you get canceled. Right?
Yeah.
So they fucked this shit up.
From England, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but his whole point was saying that he's Jesus, but basically saying like we're all Jesus. That kind of thing.
good. That's
They
what
just
I'm saying.
clipped it to where, you know. So he says that his whole thing is that like the monarchy is lizard people. and all the blue blood stuff. It's all lizard people and shapeshifters and all. Dude, this guy goes around the fucking world giving fucking, theater fucking talks.
Which is weird because this is like 1982,
Really?
80.
Yeah, David Icke, look him up.
Dude, this is 82, 83 when nobody was talking about this.
Oh, and he's doing this now. This is how he makes his money. He's rich as fuck. Like,
Ain't people believe that?
yeah, bro.
I do.
You really believe it?
So that's that when you see Bieber doing the shape-shifting thing,
Yeah.
this all spawns to the stuff that he talks about.
Wow,
There's
I
hella
never heard of
videos of people shape-shifting and like commercials and fucking weird shit.
Yeah, that's just mostly like AI and stuff.
Hey,
like
you
that,
see
right?
their faces. This is
Well,
pre-AI,
see, and that's the
though.
thing
It's
about
like,
AI.
and you'll see lizard eyes on people.
Well, dude,
Really?
like
Yeah.
Beyonce and all, like they slow down the video and they show like their fucking face looking all weird and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like that doesn't look human, dude. But now with the age of AI, it's like, what do you believe, dude? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All this shit is mad entertaining, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
So he
More than
talks
anything.
about like if you talk about lizard people, so he talks about like there being two main factions. One of the stories they're called the Dracos or the evil ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that they somehow got overtaken by the AI, which
Chinga.
what they said the moon was actually the AI, that the moon is a giant AI and it's controlling the Dracos to fucking like enslave all of like the monkey people.
Well, that
which
the
are us.
fucking the moon's
Wow.
hollow,
yeah.
and dude, the moon has its own moon. Somebody just fucking found it.
Damn.
There's like a rock coming to.
Moon stuff is crazy, man, because there's stories from like old tribes and shit
Yeah.
where the moon wasn't here.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. You talk about the moon coming
What
in.
throws me off more than anything is when I was a little kid, I remember just thinking like, wow, it's the same moon that Jesus saw, that fucking Copernicus. Anybody that lived in history that had any kind of sight
Yeah.
saw the same moon that I did.
Yeah.
And I thought this was a romantic little fucking idea of it. Till I figured out that there was fucking people in the past, there was no moon.
Yeah, they said there wasn't no moon.
But doesn't the moon like help with the
The tides and
tides and
shit,
stuff?
yeah.
So how would it be no?
I don't know, but they have stories about
And
the
that
moon
there's
not being
13
here,
months
and
instead
that
of
the-
12?
That the moon fucking got brought in. And then when they study the moon's way older than the Earth, according to geology and shit.
I saw
So
that
it was
shit
here
too.
before the Earth was here, basically trying to say.
No, that it got brought in. It's from somewhere else.
So what?
The moon, they're just saying the moon existed before the Earth. It's older than
Oh,
us.
okay, I see.
Yeah. There's stories about it breaking off from this planet where, the asteroid belt?
Yeah.
They said that was a whole nother planet that just got smashed up. Because you don't see asteroid belts anywhere else. And it's exactly where another planet would be.
Dude, it's on a different level,
Yeah, they
dude.
call it Tiamat.
So Superman came from there. It's Krypton.
Superman story is actually part of conspiracy theories too. They talk about that.
I have heard some shit, but different names.
Yeah.
Different names.
That's crazy. This is all new to me. That's why I'm
That's all
all
good.
listening to
Yeah,
y'all.
you're
Like,
just starting to get pussy, dude. That's all you're trying to do. Right? And then you get drunk and you fucking forget to talk to it. What the fuck?
Never
man?
sealed the deal. They're like, I'm going home.
No shit, dude. I don't know how many times you did that. Man, I miss Phoenix.
I do miss the place, man. It was,
Dude.
Yeah.
it was a good building block for us, man. I
For a
think it
lot of fucking, yeah.
I'm stoked. I got to do at least a year of Phoenix.
It was a good place, man. Thank you. I always pronounce her name wrong.
Yesenia?
Yesenia.
Yeah.
She was great to let us do it for that long. Because believe me, she could have cut that shit off.
No shit.
And all the shit that happened there with us, she could have
No
She
shit.
could have been like, you
There
know
was
what?
nights that she probably should have.
She feel like this. Just cut this.
Dude, I see all these different like people that started off there that are fucking like making moves. I mean, anywhere from a Javi to fucking. I mean, dude, that's the way. Just fucking got some shit going on. Josh
Ryan.
Anthony,
Anthony.
dude, it's just the whole idea that El Paso had an open mic with some of the hottest fucking comics for free, and she had good fucking beer specials at that place, dude.
You drank all of them, yeah.
Well, I tried. I honestly, that place should have been packed every fucking. Dude, you had the fucking hottest comics there, and for fucking free, dude.
They weren't all hot.
No. Think about it, dude. On any given night, yeah, I mean, you'd have to endure some bullshit.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Otis, Anthony, fucking Iggy, Josh Ryan, Booga,
Yeah.
Stretch,
Javi, Paul.
Javi, Paul,
You had Lee.
Benny.
Benny at Bellagio. You had all those
Dude.
guys killing it, man. It was cool.
That is an open mic?
And then the thing is good about, I don't mean to say nobody was high. I just meant to say like, you get a newbie in there that didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But even then they brought people.
No, like what's the name of that fucking dude that would with the ADD that would fuck up everything?
Who you talking about? You ain't talking about Dan the Man, are you?
Yeah.
What about
Every time I'd go on there, he would say something like, "Fuck, bro."
It's just his thing, man.
I would never get on stage, and then the time I do, he fucking yell. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
You know what's funny? I like when him and Domingo are together.
Oh, I thought they were the same person.
I think I finally pissed off Dan the Man on Friday.
How'd you piss him off, man?
I don't know, but he didn't want to take a picture with me.
What you do, dog?
I'm just stupid. He was taking a picture of someone, and I was sticking my finger in the photo.
Yeah, you
Oh.
fucked him up, dude.
And he
That's
was
gonna
like-
take at least 15 years to.
And then he kept doing this shit. Walking by me and taking pictures with everybody around me, and I'm just like, really?
With his fucking 1992 fucking. I remember like.
Pissed off, Dan? Man.
It happens, bro. It happens.
Hello, El Stupidos.
Dude, that is so dumb.
That man's cool, though.
No, it's dumb.
What do you think? Didn't you photobomb and shit too?
Yeah. That's why I was like, why are you getting mad if I stick a finger in
No,
your
but you
phone?
was getting like I remember like he was taking pictures and you was slide behind and shit.
Yeah, I photobombed several of
You
them.
could. He photobombed a lot of them.
I lit Nico while he was fucking doing his while he was hosting the mic.
Oh yeah, when you told me that shit.
Okay,
That shit was funny.
I got a topic, and you could totally fucking delete this if you want. Why don't we have more female comics?
We talked about that. I think.
You know, yeah, we talked about
I mean,
it
okay,
because there's that whole thing.
let's go. Ligaray is very funny. Sharita's very funny. Donati needs work, but she's there. She's there. Let's stop fucking laughing, fuckers. No. Jenny is in California.
Yeah.
Who else?
Lee quit.
No.
Yes, she did. Right?
So she says she'll probably be
I
back.
think she'll be back. But
Dude,
ironically,
once you grab the mic like that, you never let it go.
ironically, it was after this podcast. This is weird.
Yeah.
Huh?
She quit after the podcast.
She did a podcast and a week later. She
just
not
quit.
even
I
a
hope
week,
we weren't the
a few
reason.
days later, made a
I really,
post
I hope
saying,
we weren't the reason, Lee. I know you probably listen to us. But
Okay, delete all this, but be honest.
That's still good.
All right. Who? What? When? How come there's no more chicks?
I don't
Every
know.
fucking scene has a big fat chick that's funny as fuck.
No, but I don't.
Dude, and I don't mean that disparaging.
That's just what it is.
Dude,
Yeah.
every scene has a monster fat chick that's funny as fuck. And I don't see it.
I don't know.
Are we dicks and
Yeah, I don't have
we're
a
not
bunch of
inviting? Is that what it is?
I think we are. I don't think I've seen a couple of females do open mics, but they just don't come back anymore. And then you got to realize, I shouldn't say this, but I think sometimes, and I'm gonna say some, the females show up and then guys act like it's a fucking meat market.
No.
No, I've seen it.
Well, how come it's not happening in San Antonio? San Antonio's got Corpus has fucking monster comics, dude. San
Yeah, but I'm
Antonio-
sure there's like some kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but I guess I am not saying that's the reason, but I've seen sometimes a female shows up and it's like everybody jumps on her and
Okay.
starts fucking asking her out, whatever the fuck.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of dick. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, no. Let's call it spade to spade, dude. How many are they? 5? Henny, Lee, Sharita, Donali. Jenny's not here, but who else?
Henny only does her, Mike, doesn't she? I don't see her do anything.
No, but she's a comic. I mean, she's done
Yeah.
Vegas.
But I think the reason she does it is because she works at the strip. So the mics on Thursday, she has to be at the strip. Friday,
Yeah,
she has to be at
true.
the strip.
Oh, okay.
If it wasn't for that,
So
then
you
she
got
would.
5. Is there anybody I'm missing? And how come we don't have more?
I can't answer that question. I wish I could.
Are we? I mean, I get the whole idea of fucking chick. Are we dicks like that?
I don't think. No,
I don't see it.
I don't. And then like,
And there's a lot of girls that hang out that I think would want to try it. Cause I'm not gonna say groupies. That's not the right word. They're just fucking cool ass friends of the comics, and I'm like, dude, you want to go on stage? I know you do. And they'll be like, yeah, I thought about it, but where's that extra push? Where like,
We had a new one a little while back. Remember with the puppet guy?
Yeah, I
With the
remember.
racist puppet, and then fucking that chick that would go up.
Oh
there.
Young
yes.
one. She was young. Yeah, she had 20
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, she disappeared.
And then she just
I told her to
Sometimes
keep doing it
she
because she was pretty funny.
She was actually really funny. I know who you're
Yeah.
talking
It
about.
was her and then a big Samoan chick. She was kind of tall.
Oh
remember?
yeah, she went up too.
She went up too,
Yeah,
and then
forgot
I
about
didn't see her anymore. They both disappeared.
Wonder why they
I didn't want
don't
them to
do it
keep
no more.
going up because we had Lisa like, and then like I don't know how the female comics are amongst each other. That's the
They
thing.
should be way supportive of each other, to be honest.
Yeah, I think.
But
they
I
should.
don't think it was here.
I don't
But
know.
the truth is, that's the thing. Let's just say we're gonna do a show, and we're gonna get Otis, got the one black guy, all these chicos and Latinos, Aaron Barber, we got the white guy, and let's get a female. They're all vying for that one spot. Maybe? I'm asking. I don't know. What do y'all think?
And the thing is, I don't think. Unfortunately, most of them ain't vibing for that spot. That's the thing, also. I have to say
Sharia's the hardest working out of all of them.
Yeah,
Because she puts
because she's
it out there.
consistent.
Yeah.
But you don't see that consistency a lot with them. I don't see a lot of female at the mics.
I've seen Lee at Bang Bang a couple of times.
but I mean like
But yeah.
She
So
has-
Nali goes to the mics.
yeah, but I'm talking about consistently.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
see
you're
it
right.
a lot. I know
Yeah, they
most
stop
of them have
after a
kids.
while, come back.
It's different when you have kids and stuff. It's in your work
Yeah.
and stuff. So I understand that part of it. But I don't see a lot of that consistency as most of the
Okay,
dudes.
just throwing it out there.
But most of the dudes are single. They don't have any kids.
Do we have any gay comics?
Paul.
What a dick.
I had it.
No, I know. No, but honestly, we don't have like an open gay comic, right? I can't think of one.
Oh.
No, we don't.
Ozzy.
Well, Ozzy.
I said open. No, for
He
real.
seems more gaping.
But like in the Ty Rivera, Jade Estrada kind of type of.
No, I can't even say we do.
I'm out there. No, I don't see it.
I would like to have a gay comic.
I would too.
Because when you know how comics, that's gay. I want the gay comic to be like, no, this is gay.
Yeah. There's so much shit you could do with that, dude.
I was like, that'd be funny as fuck.
I
Because he can speak
Oh
on
wait,
it.
there was one dude
Oh,
that he comes back every once in a while and shit.
talking about a young kid,
No.
a gay comic.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah. I don't know his name. I've only seen him like maybe 3 or 4 times.
was he at Phoenix?
I think at least once that I've been there.
I don't remember
he would
anybody
come
being
by,
gay.
He came by fucking the La Bang Bang spot a few times.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's been around.
Yes!
Yeah.
At Bang Bang, there was one dude. Yes,
Yeah, and
yes,
so
yes.
he's been in the scene before because everybody knew him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who you don't know his name?
I don't remember.
Dude.
Man, if I know his name, I can see who it is. But
Yeah, and he would go up there and he had gay jokes. He'd talk about fucking dudes or some shit.
Yeah, I do remember this at Bang Bang because I was ordering a pizza and I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah.
But not
Damn
consistent.
it.
Yeah, when he showed up, everybody was like, "Where the fuck you been?" Like, hey.
Oh, you talking about? He went to Phoenix and came back.
I don't know.
Was it? But he has a girlfriend though.
You talking about Felix? Not Felix.
The cat?
No, not him.
Felix Edward.
No, not him, dog. He's not. There's somebody else, but I think he was bi though.
That doesn't make you a bad person.
No, I'm just saying like I think he's bi. I think he had, I don't know if he has, but I don't know. I don't know.
No,
who it
this
is.
dude was just straight up went up there talking about gay stuff. Like he was gay.
Did he have glasses?
Like chingon gay.
I don't know. I just remember him being kind of round and short-ish. Maybe around Sammy's height.
I think I know who you're talking about, but he has a girlfriend. So I don't think he's.
No, I don't think this would have been this dude.
Yeah, probably ain't
this
him.
This dude was straight up talking about fucking dudes. Like this is part of his set.
Damn, I gotta see who this is.
No say way. Did we take a long time already?
You want to wrap it up?
It's up to you guys.
Well, man, yeah. If you wanna,
I'm going to Neep to go fucking hang out with Pooga if y'all are down. I know they got food trucks and I want to go. There's this.
I want to eat food, so I'd be down with eating food.
Well, how about let's finish it up on a good note?
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Let's talk
We
about
are
one
at-
last thing.
We're at 2 hours.
Damn.
Well, I mean,
It's
you're
the
gonna
longest
fucking
one.
edit it anyway.
Not really.
All right. Well, I guess Donali will be mad that we said that.
She's appeared in other episodes.
Yeah,
I don't think her ass is gonna listen to any of this, anyways. She's too good to listen to this.
Oh my
apparently.
god, dude.
She's got tinnitus.
Last question, Wayne. Let's go.
Inflammation of the titties.
No, you
I might edit.
and so I call you the Godfather.
Not grandfather.
Yes, El Paso comedy. What's the best advice you give somebody that's starting, that wants to start it?
You know what, dude? Is believe in yourself, but also take a lot of fucking input. Because I think I said it earlier, as far as like you come in with this fucking delusion that you're fucking funny as fuck because you make your friends laugh. Dude, something is innately wrong with us that we have to go in front of fucking strangers to get adulation from fucking strangers.
Yeah.
It's easy to make your friends laugh. You have all these fucking inside jokes, and that's cool. Don't get me wrong. I mean, dude, be the funny guy in your fucking friend group. That's fucking crazy. Fun. But to make somebody that you don't know fucking laugh at your ideas, you're not in a band. The guitar player's not going to fucking save you with his badass solo. The lead singer's not going to fucking save you with his fucking amazing singing. You're there to entertain all by your fucking self. And if you think right off the bat that you got it, I've never seen anybody fucking first time go out there and rock that fucking thing. Oh, this is the net. No, you have things to learn and be open, not to criticism, advice.
Yeah.
And be a good hang, dude. I swear to God, that's like the biggest fucking thing. I would want to say any names right now, but there's like 3 guys that I root for like a motherfucker in town. I just wish they were a little funnier because they're a great hang.
I've heard this from so many famous people too. That's what they talk about.
Yeah.
Like, be a good hang. Like,
Because, dude, I want to
You'll
be
get
around that energy. I want to be around that fun. I want to be around. I don't care how funny you are. If you're a dick, I don't need you. I don't want you, dude. I'm like, dude, no. In life, fuck comedy. Why would you hang around with somebody who's a dick? You know? Be a good hang, dude. I'll tell you one thing, best piece of advice when you say that is that I was in Laredo, Texas at this place called the Cadillac Bar. Well, it was the Cadillac Bar. Now it's called El Dorado. I might have been maybe 30 at the time. There was this 52-year-old at the end of the bar. And he had a fucking Budweiser and was sweating as fuck right in front of him. And the other one he was drinking. And I noticed that he kept getting other ones and he left that one there.
Yeah.
So the waiter took a little bit long to get me my beer, so I went up to the bar and I said, hey, let me get you a beer. He goes, no, I'm good. I go, dude, you're not going to drink the other one? He goes, it's for Oscar. I was like, who's Oscar? He goes, I fought with him in Vietnam. He's from Laredo, Texas. When we were in Vietnam, he kept saying, there's this place called the Cadillac Bar. When we get back home, we got to go have a beer at the Cadillac Bar. We both survived Vietnam. Because I'm from Alabama. Never, life happened. Never I came to fucking have that beer that I said I was going to have with him. He just passed away. And I came to his funeral. And now I'm having the beer with Oscar. The beer I said I was going to have with him. Oh, fuck, man. Oh, cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers. Badass, bro. Hey, before I let you go, bro, what can you tell me at 52 that you wish you knew at 30 so I can have a little bit of a head start? Come back about 20 minutes, I'll come up with something. He didn't have a fucking red ass answer. I was like, oh, cool. Fucking went, had my beer, hanging out with my friends. I come back to the dude and ask him, I go, hey, bro, you got an answer? He goes, yeah. Be a good person, work hard, everything works itself out. Look at your life right now. Everything that you've ever gone through, it all worked itself out, didn't it? Look where you're at. Like, fucking eye-opening way. In my head, that fucking is like, dude, no matter how bad it looks, it's gonna work itself out. Be a good person, work hard. Don't get me wrong. Don't just sit back.
Yeah.
Be a good person, work hard. It all works itself out.
You gotta grease the wheels.
Yeah. And dude, I swear to God, dude, since that day up to now, dude, fuck. What is that, fucking 24 years now?
Yeah.
I've lived by that mantra because at the end of the day, dude, Jay Moore said in one of his podcasts, you know when you're bowling and you throw the ball and you see it going towards the gutter and you're doing this shit? it ain't affecting the ball no more. Ball's already downrange. All I can do is learn from that shot. Next time, maybe,
It's also the reason you shouldn't be stressing out on shit so hard.
Exactly, dude. At the end of the day,
Doesn't
it all's
change
gonna
anything.
it's not gonna change anything. Just fucking learn from it, make the better shot next time. So as far as a young comic, I mean, dude, fucking be able to take advice and stop thinking that you're fucking the next fucking. You're not. You're not there yet. Any of those guys, name it, fucking Jesselnick, fucking David. They didn't start off badass. They didn't. None of them. They'll tell you, fucking, I ate a dick the first time. They all, Bill Burr. They had to grow and mature to get there. And don't fucking be in a hurry to get there. It takes fucking, that's the one thing. Hey, dude, I've been hosting for fucking 2 years now. It'll happen when it happens.
Yeah. Time doesn't really matter.
Oh.
It's a fucking work thing.
Dude, trust me. I was there. I'm sure you were. I think I should be featuring already. It'll happen. I should be headline. It'll happen. Push it, but don't fucking like, I should be no, dude, it'll happen. Someone's gonna fucking ask you, hey bro, you wanna headline my show? Dude, that's the fucking best feeling ever when someone wants you on their show and you're gonna get paid. Even the fucking first time, hey dude, it's only a guest spot. It only pays $10. Somebody wants my fucking jokes on their show. That's validation like a motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
And that makes you fucking think that's the first step. What's next?
I heard a solid quote the other day. It was like, you're exactly where you're supposed to be according to the amount of work you've put in.
100%.
Yeah, right?
Except for all these TikTokers. Wait, what?
Flash in the pan, man.
But no, as far as something like comedy or
Yeah.
fucking acting, we're at work, dude. You're exactly where you're supposed to be with the amount of work that you put in. Because, I mean, the truth is, dude, someone's going to notice it. Someone's going to see it. And if they see it, be open to the advice, dude. Because I was like, hey, dude, when you first started, I fucking remember Otis fucking being funny as fuck. But you would talk about relationships, and then you would talk about work, and then back to relationships. He didn't know any better. He had just started. Hey, get all your fucking relationship together, all your work stuff together. That way it fucking, yeah, it makes sense. Because you're going ping, pang, pang, pang.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's like, hey, you know what? You're right, dude. Get all your shit from work together and try to see how it connects to your relationship. Fuck yeah. And then, whoop,
Yeah, it worked.
unlock the shit. But see, we don't know that.
Yeah.
There's not a manual. I mean, there's a couple of
You
manuals.
told me this about like 6 months ago or so.
Yeah, because there was something that you jumped around.
Yeah.
I was like, no, bring it back over here. And I don't do it because I think I'm bad. No, it's just like I've been there, I've seen it. And the truth is, I want you to be famous. I want you to take me on the road.
I listened to you. I put everything in fucking
Thanks, buddy.
chunks and bits.
Well, thanks for having me. And let's go have some beers. Oh, you don't drink?
Yeah.
I'll drink that.
Well,
All right,
thank you
let's
guys.
sign off. That's also